Okay, there's one. Check, check, check. There's two. Turn this down. Check, check, check.
Brush you again.
Check.
Then I might brush you again. Hey, then I might brush you again. Hey, then I might
Check,
brush
check.
you again.
Check, check.
She wanna breathe, need a child. I told her free, it's a crowd. I'm on the aeroplane above the ground. I can't throw away everything now. You only need me when I'm in town. In town, in town. You only need me when I'm in town. In town, in town. Yeah, brush you again. Then I might brush you again. Hey, then I might brush you again. Hey, then I might brush you again. Hey, hey, then I might brush you again.
Check, 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 check. All right. What's up, JBS? What's up, Overdue? How you guys doing?
I sit 90 degrees underneath palm trees, smoking BTs as I burn my calories. Brooklyn rooftops become Brooklyn TPs. Who that be? Enemies wanna see the death of me. From Hawaii to Hawthorne, I run marathons like Ujubatan. I'm a true champion like Farrakhan reads his daily Quran. It's a phenomenon, lyrics that's like Ramadan. What's going on? Oh, we're getting come, you know what we soon done. Gun by my side just in case I got the run. A boy on the side of Babylon trying to front like you're down with Mount Zion. What's going on? Oh, we're getting come, you know what we soon done. Gun by my side just in case I got the run. A boy on the side of Babylon trying to front like you're down with Mount Zion.
Sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi these and sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi these and sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi these and sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi these and sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, in my Mitsubishi, eating now seven sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, super hot on the sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, in my Mitsubishi, eating now seven sushi Bobby in my Mitsubishi, super hot on the Fuji line. Ooh la la la, it's the way that we rock when we doing our thing. Ooh la la la, it's the natural law that the refugees bring. Ooh la 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 la. So we think. Yeah.
What's up? What's up? checking the not here. Checking the volume. Let me know what you guys hear.
And I know that shit sounded evil, but this time you mean you're equal. Go play with your pussy, don't play in my face. And that's where you were wasting. I'm glad that she's taking your place. Cause she looks way better than you, and she cooks way better than you. And the pussy way whiter than yours, and the moves way better than yours, and the hair way longer than yours, and the money way longer than yours. I'm going for hours and
you
hours.
Hear me?
Fuck it for
Good.
hours and hours. And she made me come in some minutes, and I couldn't come when I'm in. And she really good for my mental, and she like what I'm into. I gave her the title cause bitch you a rental. Girl you fine, I would never repent you. You could die, I'll never avenge you. I told you I love you, but I never meant you. See you in public, it's like I ain't met you. I need revenge, I need revenge. Look at my eyes, you can see it, look like you just saw the devil. Stop trying to clone me, it's not a little niggas gon' get to my level. It's impossible, cannot be done. So go fuck you with real bad settlement. Like you, and you was broke. You ain't touching no money, just settlements. You not the shit, bitch. Bitch ass, how the fuck you gon' ask for I'm better with? Smoke on my ice and she blocked her. She was mad, that bitch wasn't good enough. Hit the ground, my bitch, and she blocked her. It was pics of me grabbing a donut. She be saying she been like the little one. In reality, that bitch the little one. Principalities on my living up. Say your friend getting fucked for the good of it.
So what you're saying is you're surviving.
If we could do it again,
Okay.
like you was better than last time. Build a connection was better this time just to break you. And I know that shit sounded evil, but this time you need it equal. Go play with your pussy, don't play in my face. And I swear you were wasting. I'm glad that she's taking your place. Cause she looks way better than you, and she cooks way better than you. And the pussy way whiter than yours, and the moves way better than yours, and the hair way longer than yours, and the money way longer than yours. I'm going for hours and hours, bitch, I'm fucking for hours and hours. And she made me come in some minutes, and I couldn't come when I'm in. And she really good for my mental, and she like what I'm into. I gave her the title cause bitch you a rental. Girl you fine, I would never return you. You could die.
Sleep on the beat. Hey. Sleep on the beat.
Shawty don't trap me, shawty don't screw me, shawty don't trap me, shawty don't screw me, shawty don't trap me, shawty don't screw me, yeah. Have you ever seen a deadbeat all alone at the bar? Straight out of a magazine, and you just wanna let her know who you are. So you say, let me buy you a drink or a little conversation if that's what you wanna do. Then she said, love is about to end, and you said, come to my crib. She said, I can't leave my friend. Now you've officially been chopped and screwed, chopped and screwed. You've officially been danced and screwed, and chopped and screwed. You've officially been chopped and screwed, and screwed, chopped and screwed. You've officially been screwed, chopped and screwed. You've officially been danced and screwed. 365, now you've officially been chopped and screwed. Chopped and screwed. You've officially been danced and screwed. And screwed. You've officially been chopped and screwed. And screwed. You've officially been
Screwed, chopped and screwed. You've officially been danced and diced and screwed. Oh, shouts out to everybody who is tuned in right now. Welcome to the show. This is John Q. We got Alex over here. He is setting himself up. We got a special guest with us. We're going to introduce him in just a little bit, but I wanted to give you all shouts out. If you are joining us in the chat room right now, make sure you throw a wave in the chat room so we can give you a shout out. I see some new names already. Welcome to the stream. This is the ConsultQnA show. We're just that
The show.
If nobody knows, this show has never had a name.
This is just
for years.
The Consult Q&A show.
Yeah, no. At first it was called Free Music Reviews, and then that kind of got shorter. It just got shorter, and then it just became. I was just like, why don't we just call it
The name
Consult?
of the show is what we do anyway.
Yeah, it's like let's just call it the Consult Q&A show.
Because we're Consult Q&A.
I don't even think the title says that. Let me look. Does the title even say that?
I think I can check here. The Consult Q&A show, free music reviews.
Okay, we're getting there.
Uh-huh.
We're getting there to our working title. It's been 3 years, guys. We're getting there. It will soon just be the Consult Q&A show.
We're in beta with the name right now.
Yeah. trial and error with the name.
Yeah.
But again, everybody, welcome to the stream. I see Fade and Wolf. Shouts out to them. Mr. Altismo's in the building. Shouts out to Nick. An Overdue Revolution. Shouts out to him. I see him in the building.
I think I saw JVS.
Okay, JVS. Let me actually check over here because I think I'm missing.
Yeah, I feel like all the notifications are slow coming in.
Yeah, I think I seen the Bliss. Shouts out to him. I think I said him already though.
Yeah.
Yeah, JVS was. I ain't seen anybody else. Okay, but that's cool. But again, if you are joining us, make sure you throw a wave in the chat room. Nick says I've always considered it Consult Q&A, but you didn't add the show, so we've added the show now. We're working on getting official to where this becomes a
The show.
calm.
The show.
I made a dad joke.
All right, that's Wednesday. Have a good one, everybody. We're going to shut off the stream now.
The dad joke is there. We will eventually come a siéntase.
It comes with an awkward silence afterward.
We'll become a siéntase. Calm.
Oh, man. Oh, brother. It's like, what did I just sign up for?
That's how we're starting
Shit.
this stream today. All right. All right. So while everybody starts piling in here, I guess we'll move over to our guest, our good friend. If you guys were watching the Dreamscape live stream, you guys may have caught out of the 6 hours, may have caught this man. May have caught this man DJing, and he was talking on the mic a little bit. So without further ado, who we got here on the couch? Who is you? B is?
I go by the name of Dev, for short. If you just want to know me personally, full disclosure, real name Mike. Right?
Is that the full real name?
Yes, it's like Beyonce.
It's just Mike.
It's just Mike. Yeah, no last name.
I mean, a
no
lot.
middle name.
Oh,
either.
okay.
And it's super vague because you can't find it.
It's
in
not
any registry.
Mikey?
No, it's just Mike.
Oh,
Yeah.
just Mike.
No, Devastator, man. I go by Devastator. That Devastator on all social medias, man. You know.
Nice.
However you can find it.
Shouts out to Timothy Santiago. Thanks for joining us in the chat room. Well, how did Nightbot already get him? Oh,
He's drunk.
well, Nightbot's there for a reason.
Good bot. Good bot. Yeah, Nightbot is tackling folks in the other chat.
Insta ban.
All right, so Dev, what are some things you do? Why do we have you here on this couch reviewing music?
I feel like you should tell them that.
I don't
Ask
want
me to tell them.
because I want you to put it in your own words, and then I correct your words.
Okay, well, one, maybe because I've had a 20-year career in music. Producer, DJ. Started off radio when I was 14 years old. I was on 2 radio stations by 17. Wow. Went to Full Sail.
Which radio stations?
90.5 WA&M, and Blazing 102.3.
How'd you get that at
in Tallahassee.
14?
Yeah.
So my mom worked at a radio station in Gainesville. That's where I
Wait,
got
which
my
one?
chops. It was Magic 101.3.
Okay, I lived in Game. Who's your mom?
You know Tammy?
Tammy who?
She worked at Tammy Doe. She worked at Magic 101.3. She was
What year?
This was like
Because I started radio in Gainesville.
2001.
I wasn't there yet. Okay.
Yeah, it was back in the day. Like, we was just back then. But yeah, started off then like hanging around the station. Then I met some DJs. They were like, yo, you want to learn? We'll teach you, whatever. So I got my chops. And then when we moved to Tallahassee, I got locked in with DJ Dimp and with DJ Nasty, who's now DJ Nasty 305, Skipper Chuck, Bo Weezy. Those are all the guys that brought me up. And DJ Lil Boy, E-Zone, all the Tallahassee greats, right?
Okay.
Worked at TJ's DJs. This was just, I was in the group like as a jit, just trying to learn stuff.
TJ's
So,
DJs, good times.
yeah, man,
Good
right?
times.
I used to go to all of the tastemaker events.
Yeah.
Like, used to be in there passing the CDs out heavy, business cards. Met a lot of cool people.
That used to be the pinnacle of like if you was an up and coming rapper to be on like TJ's DJs.
Yeah,
Like,
yo, for real. And they had if y'all don't know in the chat, they had a CD that they pressed. This was before any social media, anything could get online. Like, they used to put all of the hot songs from the region on a conference CD. And if you was on that CD, like everybody in the Southeast that knew anybody that did anything would be having access to your shit in their goodie bag. So it was
we was
the
rocking
place
with
to be.
We was rocking with Clark Shepard out of Magic 101 Point in Gainesville.
No way.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if I know Clark Shepard.
Yeah, this is 20
But that's crazy.
2009, 2010.
Oh no, that was way after.
That's
No,
what
that's
I'm like,
crazy though. Wow. Yeah, that's where I like first touched a pair of turntables. In the Magic 101.3 at 1 a.m.
DJ Codeman from 101.3 whatever in Gainesville sold me his turntables. That's how I started.
Damn.
With I was DJing on Grow Radio though.
Wow. So do you know DJ Terra?
Terra, yeah.
Yeah, X-Man?
Yeah.
That's who I came up under.
Oh,
over there.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Word.
Those are my OGs right there.
Small world.
And DJ Terra actually gave me my name. I was when I was spending with him, I used to get on air and do like some of the sets where he go to the bathroom. And he was like, yo, if you're gonna actually like start DJing for real, like you need a name. So DJ X-Man used to get on the radio and introduce Terra and be like, oh, DJ Terra, the Devastator. He'd be like, man, it's not Devastator, it's Detonator. You gotta say it right. So to distinguish the two, Terra was like, look, his name is gonna be Devastator, and then you gonna say my name right.
Okay.
And that's how I got the name. I've been rocking with it ever since. That was
Wow.
like 2001, 2002.
Man, DJ Terra, yeah,
Yeah,
good
man.
times.
So then I moved to Tally. I was already just like in the room cooking up, and then my mom just did what moms do, just went and grabbed everybody she could. And my son's a DJ. Can you teach him how to? Can you get him on the radio? And like I got in, and I just started like showing people what I do, and they was like, bet, here's a slot for you. And I started, getting my chops in. Then I linked up with Sean D over at 90.5. He gave me a slot on his show. So I was mixing at 14, 16, doing both radio stations in high school. Wow. Before Facebook, social media, all of that. Like when people still listen to the radio.
Nah, because MySpace exists.
It did.
So you was
like senior year.
You was MySpace famous then. You was.
I wasn't even popping on MySpace yet. This was all just radio.
Terrestrial radio.
Yeah, terrestrial radio, bro. Like for real. Like you listen to the 5 o'clock traffic jam, and like that was it for the day. So being on there, yeah, that was crazy. So I was DJing everything there. Graduated, moved here, went to Full Sail. Graduated from there, DJ'd here for like 5-10 years, started working with Nick Cannon, Wildin' Out, touring with him, touring with them, producing music, producing the theme song for Wildin' Out with them. Man,
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
The last 15 seasons, I produced the theme song for that
word.
show. Yeah. Me, Nick, Trey, Quad, the whole team over there. We in the music room just cooking up every day, just whatever comes up. So between that, DJing on Wildin' Out, yeah, it's just been a lot going on, man. Maybe that's some of the reasons why you chose me to.
So I don't need to correct that now because you said it all. So you said it all.
Since you made me say it out.
Yeah, you said it all. So yeah, that's what we got here on the couch today. Shouts out to Devastator. I don't have my bombs set up,
See,
I drop a
the one day I come to show, you don't want to have the bomb.
I drop a clue barn for. Let me see. Let me set these
Load
up.
all these sound effects in.
Set them up real quick. Hold up, I gotta switch that over.
See, nah, don't come with the half stepping when I come in this bitch. I want the bomb.
I just got off a flight.
I don't care about the flight. Delta ain't got nothing to do with me and my sirens, my
I
bombs.
just got off.
There they go.
Hold on.
There we go. Crank me up.
Overdue represent. Who listens to the radio? What is this radio that you speak of?
Mind you, this was 2001, brother. 2001 to 2004. This was
Also,
it was a different
important
time.
then, right?
I always tell people, I'm like, radio will never die because if we get EMP'd, like radio will exist still.
That's
Like The Last of Us.
Yeah. Yeah, radio will still exist. So I forgot to do this one. There we go. Forgot to add that one in there. Yo, what's good, D-Mar? What's happening, man? But radio. So, do you want to go down a rabbit hole of radio? Why they aren't relevant and why they will never be relevant?
I don't know if I agree with that argument, but let's hear it.
Oh no, not. I don't have an argument.
Okay.
I'm just like where they are. I always say they will never die, but they will never get back to what it used to be and what they were
glory.
doing. So
Right.
where they would put on festivals and do all of that stuff. None of that's profitable for them. And I say it's because they don't change with the times.
Yeah.
They're resisting change.
yeah.
And that's what I say.
I mean, I don't really think they can. One, their business model isn't really set up to do that.
Because
also,
they won't change. That's what I'm saying.
And
Change.
now most of radio is a conglomerate. Like what iHeart owns, like
All
whatever
of it.
ungodly
Yeah.
percent
Yeah.
of all terrestrial radio.
60-something% so that
Yeah.
they don't come for them with a monopoly.
Right, and so yeah, like you
probably
say,
still own
it's
the
a
other
mature
40.
market. It's the only people that listen to radio are the people that knew when the radio was the only way to get music.
Like, can you
Without
imagine?
paying for it.
But can you imagine if they were starting to change with the times where they're like, podcasts are doing well. Let us sign people to have their show syndicated on here where that people driving around can hear some of these popular blah, 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 blah.
So what
Why
would
not
you
blah,
have
blah, blah,
done?
blah, blah?
Let's travel back.
I'm telling you.
Let's travel back to 2003.
2003,
and,
goddamn.
and LimeWire first pops up on the scene, right?
And LimeWire
And
first
Napster,
pops up.
and we're all in the room and we're downloading one titty on a gigabyte of data. It take an hour to get one titty.
The death of radio wasn't LimeWire.
wasn't?
I think it made more people like what radio had over LimeWire was entertainment, and they got it. The
True,
death of
yeah.
radio was when they went pre-recorded, like very pre-recorded.
Because there's still some radio jocks that still
Yeah.
are very relevant.
When I was up in New
because
York,
of what they did on radio.
I was just up in New York. I'm like, yo, is he still live? This is unheard of. Like a DJ actually on here shouting people out who are calling, like doing all this entertainment. You would want to listen to it for what's being talked about, entertainment and stuff like that.
For sure.
And that was where you can get it. And then if you couldn't, like now with the times, you can get it in post, do some podcast stuff with it or whatever. But it's the fact that, okay, and then breaking records and then having these special guests and doing all this stuff.
Now cut the commercial break because that's what radio would have.
Right.
Every 12 seconds.
But that, but that was because of their business model.
True.
So
Yeah.
I mean, look at Kai Cent on Twitch right now, where
Yeah.
everybody does their promo run through him.
Right.
What? Nobody's doing radio anymore.
It looks organic too. It's so cool how it
Yeah.
looks like they not really planning the shit.
Yeah.
Just, oh, look, it's Yachty.
Yeah, but it's like, radio could have been doing everything
could
that's
have,
happening
yeah.
now. Radio could have spearheaded it, but what radio wanted to do was resist. Resist. We're going to stick with ad revenue, so let's increase ads.
Let's play less music.
Yeah,
And
more
we'll
of the
be
same
right back
music.
after this commercial
and
break.
another commercial break.
Let's cut our costs when it comes to paying people. Let's cut all these costs. Why are we doing festivals? Let's cut that cost. Let's increase ads.
Sure as hell did that.
So that's where they ruined themselves. Now it will never go anywhere because again, radio, it's radio waves. Like radio waves, you can just put antennas in the air and get radio waves. So it will never go anywhere. It's just
Hopefully we don't have an EMP.
Yeah, in case of emergency only.
Yeah.
Music playing.
But I actually think they could recover, but then we'll be going down another rabbit hole with how they could do it.
I kind of want to hear this.
Yeah.
Radio recovery conspiracy.
Yeah, but I don't want to give them any ideas.
I mean, yeah,
I'm using them ideas.
Clearly, it takes them a decade to actually try them. So why not throw it out there?
Nah, I don't want them to. Let's let them stay. I don't want them as competition.
Well, we'll talk off camera. You can tell me. See if I can try it first.
But yeah, shouts out to everybody who is joining us. I see y'all slowly trickling in here. I need to hit the share button. I haven't done that, so if you guys can hit the share button, that will be great. Yeah, Alex, what's up, man? How you been?
Just another week. First week of the semester, so it's been fucking nonstop mayhem covering for everybody's class because it's summer, so nobody's here. So I'm covering like 7 classes right now.
You a professor?
We're both professors.
Y'all are both professors?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. Over Valencia, doing the music production.
Teach me some shit.
Maybe we will today.
Y'all got the books, the knowledge.
You've been doing this as long as me, so you could be a professor too.
Hey, but I'm not against that. You know,
hey,
I'm not against that.
I really like when I teach, like really bringing an outside perspective, because there's definitely like the empirical, like this is how you teach people way, and then like this is why when you were a student you were like, I fucking hate this class. Because they're teaching you a certain way.
I had a few of those at Full Sail, for sure.
Yeah. But like definitely like the more real you can make it, the more people are like, tell me more. Like tell me more of the insider like mindset.
Especially if you're actively in that industry, you're way ahead of somebody who's like, I did it 55 years ago, and this is how I did it.
When we were on the radio, it used to be like,
you will always fail if you don't use what is an old program? I mean, Pro Tools has been
Cool.
if you don't get on Cool Edit. I was like,
hold up now. Don't anybody ever talk bad about
I'm not
Cool
talking bad about it.
whoa, wait.
I love Cool Edit Pro.
Got that vintage
Adobe
digital
Audition.
sound.
I love Adobe Audition.
Man, come on. We on our professor bag right now.
Do not get a music job because apparently a music job with insurance is hard to find. Do
y'all
you have insurance?
Y'all be having insurance?
No. No, I was asking you.
I haven't thought about insurance in 8 years.
I literally had a friend. Like call me and was concerned. He's like, "Hey man, you're black and you're getting older. You need to think about getting insurance." I was like,
is that the reason?
Proceeded to talk to you for the next 20 minutes about getting.
He literally was like, "Man, I can like help you like try to figure out like how you." I'm like, "Man, with the way it's set up is like." It's easier for me to pay out of pocket. It's cheaper.
Like per visit type thing? Like if you need to go?
Yeah, because I was like, I would have to pay into something, I think about $10,000 before they start coming. So I was like, the insurance that I can get that's not $300 a month, the deductible thingy is so high, like what I got to pay into before they start paying for anything, it's like it would only cover if I died. And I'm like, but I have a life insurance policy. My family has a life insurance. Well, I shouldn't say
all of that until they go, and about that life insurance, we not giving you that because.
Yeah. No, how do you live without insurance?
How do you live without insurance?
That's how you know he hasn't become a real musician.
This is a very practical person.
He's still a normie.
Well, you see the way Q is right now, being alive and all.
I go to the gym.
No, keep it a buck. Like I got car insurance. You know what I'm saying? I got what's another necessary insurance that you have to have? I got the insurance for my phone. If it breaks, I get a new one. That's in my bill.
There you go.
And then I have health insurance and stuff like through my girl, like who works at Amazon. We have a kid. We all own the insurance thing, but it ain't mine, right?
Nice.
Like it ain't my insurance.
Yeah.
It's somebody else's insurance. So as far as me, I haven't had none of the good insurance in quite some time. But we do have through Wildin' Out, there's some kind of like Viacom thing.
It's
where
a life insurance
It's a window
policy.
where you can get what?
It's just in case somebody shoots and kills you. Viacom gets paid. That's what it is.
Viacom.
Because they sent me the little thing. They was like, you have if you want to do the da-da-da. I was like, well, ain't nobody tell me that shit. But I guess that makes more sense.
They took it out on you. They like, he signed his contract. Therefore, he's an asset to our business. And we're going to pay because he.
And if he pass away on stage, we can collect that income.
Yeah, we put
that money.
If you pass away, period, they're going to be like, well, it's detrimental to our health that he. Therefore, we need all these cavities removed.
Smart Viacom, well played. Well played.
We're on to you.
Well, shouts out to JVS. He's back. You're
Yeah.
back to you. I mean, are we ready to get into some reviews?
Let's
I
do
think
some music
I think
reviews.
people have showed up. If not,
music?
guys, please hit that share button, and we can get some more people in here. All right, so it seems like first on the list would be D-Mar. D-Mar is he was in the chat. I saw him earlier.
I saw him earlier.
So shouts out to him. He sent over a song called Beautiful Day. All right. What'd he say? He said, going for a less darker vibe with this one. Okay, I'm actually excited to hear this thing because he's been very depressed
Very
for the
emo.
last like 5 weeks with his music. It's been like, oh, slit my wrist. Like, that's
Get well soon, D-Mar.
yeah, no. But so what I usually tell our guests is, be honest. Okay. Give constructive feedback.
Okay.
But be honest with the construction. If you really like it, please say what you like about it. That helps.
What's up, Nand?
If you don't like it, try to say what you don't like about it in detail.
Mm-hmm.
That way they can take it in.
And sometimes it's not for me is a good enough answer.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep. Because if it's just like, oh, I just don't listen to this, I don't have an opinion. Cool.
Yeah.
So
Let's get it. No, I listen
no
to,
pressure.
I listen to all kinds of music, so this will be
What's up,
exciting.
Deidre?
All right. Oh, Deidre in the building. Shouts out to her. All right, let's check this one out. D-Mark, Beautiful Day, less darker vibe. So I feel like he's going to sound like he has a smile on his face.
I wonder why. Oh, there it is. Our chat is. Never mind.
Okay.
I get my craze from my mom, I get my power from my dad. Yeah, they raised the 8 of us, my brothers, sisters, all I have. Make it out and give them half, even when I'm at my last. They struggle with me too, when you on that couch, I'm on that floor. Took the trip to South Park every Sunday, yeah, I'm with lil' bro. Yeah, we shooting for our goals. Lil' bro, he aiming for the sky, nowadays I ain't low. Every day I'm talking to my God, asking to clean my soul. Thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy. Thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I'm doing great, I'm doing fine. Even when I'm not, I tell you, but that's not a lie. This life is a fair. I'm blessed that I'm here. I'm blessed that you there. I'm glad what I wear. I know I be tripping, dog, but I'm glad that you care. Had to go and get high, dog. Just look in the mirror. Had to hop on the mic, dog. Say I'm insecure. Had to see past my pride, dog. Say I'm fighting fears. Me in my eyes, man. No, I ain't crying tears. I get my craze from my mom. I get my power from my dad. Yeah, they raised the 8 of us. My brothers, sisters, all I have. Make it out and give them half. Even when I'm at my last. They struggle with me too. When you on that couch, I'm on that floor.
Damn, son, where'd you find it?
I thought he hit the button. I thought he had to drop.
I'm gonna move.
Trapaholics mixtape.
I'm gonna move.
Gangsta Gritzy.
I'm gonna move this bag so he doesn't have a halo around him.
Who? Oh.
There we go.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't even notice it.
Glowing yellow halo.
Well, shouts out to D-Mar for that track. It's called Beautiful Day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you start off. How you feeling about that?
I enjoyed that, D-Mar. That was fire. I like the piano arrangements on that. I don't know if you did the beat or anything, but the vocal quality was nice. I like the tone of his vocal as well. Just like the natural thing about his voice, kind of like has the same like range as Uzi. So like I love voices like that already off top.
Mm-hmm.
But for it to be like a positive song and the piano and everything hit, but then the beat was still swinging, and then he didn't like drag on it. Like he kept it up tempo and like bouncy. Love that pocket. Definitely fucked with the energy of that tune.
Yeah, solid. I think my only thing was maybe he could have, like, the vocals maybe could have come up by like a decibel or two just to be a little bit more out front.
There it is.
But that's my only note. I really enjoyed that. That was a really solid, really well. One thing that I really enjoyed was if it was just like a beat, how he just kind of sang the same part in the background and just kind of added that little bit. That was chef's kiss. That was really well done.
That was actually my favorite part, and I feel like he did that perfectly.
Yep.
The thank you for joy, thank you for, because you got the African kid singing
the kid
it,
singing it, yeah,
which is
usually.
a popular sample, and I've heard a lot of people put that in songs, and that turn out terrible, or they just let it play by itself, and they let the whole thing play, and it's like, all right, this is getting annoying. But what he added his little flavor on top, and that it was almost like he knew, okay, let me go a couple steps higher than this. Let me do this because, and I felt it blended it together and it made it feel much better and original.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't take away at all.
Yeah.
And it had, and I guess too, when you loop things a lot, they kind of get repetitive. So to go from the sample to his voice gives your ear something else to tune into. And it was positive. Like I took a good thing from that. So that
Also, shouts out to his singing. I don't think I've heard D-Mar sing. I hear him rapping and he'll do something like, I'm dying.
yo,
emo something.
He'll
something.
be like, no, he doesn't do that. He'll just be like, they killed my brother and my brother got killed. Shit. Damn. So for this, he was like actually singing. So he's like, nah, I normally don't sing, but if this was your first attempt, that was really good. I felt like you heard what you needed to do and you did it.
Yes.
So that's a real good sign, and I think you should start sprinkling that in on songs more or
100%.
different types of songs.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm glad that was my entry point because the other stuff, I don't know if I would have kept listening after this.
Now, D-Mar is a chat favorite. A lot of people like him. But,
Okay, cool.
But like the last 5 weeks, it was like, D-Mar, do you need a hug? Like,
we're here for you, man.
like what happened, man?
Chat be going through it from what I see so far.
He got to do some My Chemical Romance stuff. All right. Well, shouts out to him for that. Anything else? Anybody want to add?
Solid. Really solid.
We nailed it with that.
All right, cool. Shouts out to D-Mar for that. We're going to roll right into the next one, which is an overdue revolution. Who is in the chat room right now? If you are in the chat room and you submitted a song, please say what up in the chat room so I can mark you as here. So I can. I'm pretty sure everybody is here, but I haven't seen Cosmo J. I haven't seen him, but
Who?
yeah, I know it's a new submission. I haven't seen them, but if they are here, make sure you throw a wave in the chat room. Let me know that you're here so I can mark you here. An overdue revolution sent over a song called "I Was Born Ready to Die for This."
That's that emo shit that we just said. Never mind.
So with this one, he sent a love letter. It says, "Hey John, he didn't care about you, Alex. He didn't care about you.
Where's
Playing
the
favorites, eh?
Where's the sad Charlie Brown song?
Yeah, he literally just said hi to me, knowing that there's
Two other people.
Hey, John, fuck them.
yeah."
This song is
Consult Q. Okay. All right. Okay.
Hey, John, this song is very Nine Inch Nails inspired. You should expect weird effects, analog guitar, sound effects, lots of distortion, distorted drum samples, and some strange rhythms for stuff. I hope you find this a bit unique, and I hope you enjoy. If the link does not work, just ask me, and I will make my track public on SoundCloud. I'm gonna tell you right now, if it's not public, it doesn't work. Nah, it works if it's private.
if they give you the private link.
Yeah. Let's see if this is the private link. And it does not work. So make it public.
all of that build up.
Okay, Fade and Wolf is Cosmo J. Okay. All right. Yeah, so make it public. I'm gonna mark you. I'm gonna skip you for now because we're gonna go to the Bliss until you make it public.
Let us know when that happens.
Yeah, or until you because it says the link is broken and overdue. So just fix that for
I
us.
was looking forward to that emo shit.
Yeah. Well, up next we got the Bliss, who hasn't submitted in a while, but they've been
Yeah.
hovering around. He said, returning with a beat idea I want to work with. Would appreciate some feedback. Okay. So producer.
Okay.
Beat idea. Let's go.
All right.
Go.
And Overdue said he just fixed it. So.
Okay, so after we do this one, we'll get. So this track is called Hue Idea. Let's check it out.
Somebody check on Nick and make sure he hasn't passed out. I feel like this should have been the whole beat, at least for the loop.
Okay. All right. Shouts out to the Bliss for that track. It is called Hue Idea. Let's get
Idea.
into it. How y'all feeling about that?
So I'll let you take that.
I feel. What were the two instruments? Like a synth and a piano.
Yeah.
Nick said it's an idea. Yeah, I feel like they were out of key to each other. So every time it would circle through, like there was just some notes that would just like rub against each other in a way that wasn't nice. Yeah, I personally think that the ending idea should have been the basis for it, and then you should have been adding more on that. That wobbly, that like auto gate wah thing. That was cool, but it's an idea. So
Yeah, like I get because it gave me like, okay, I'm gonna go Pharrell Odd Future vibes, because Odd Future would do like that, like something where it was just not in the key,
Right.
but it fit. But what they did that I think is different from what you're doing is they didn't stack it on top of something that is the key.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
it's like you put that out of key thing right on top of the hit of kind of like the main key.
Mm-hmm.
So when it hit, it was because it's like your ear's hearing what key it's supposed to be in, and you're doubling
Yeah,
it
for
with
sure.
an out of key note.
Yeah.
So I think if you figure out a way to kind of get rid of that, of the key, the one that's in key, and it is just the out of key note. It can be something that's like, oh, it still might be jarring. I don't know. It's something you're gonna have to experiment with.
What was that fucking song? Hotline Bling. Like when he sang, he would actively downshift some of his notes and bring them out of tune, but he was doing it so the note, like they weren't stacked. It was in a row. It was like da 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 like that, and he would shift it down real quick. And like it took me a little while to figure out like why the fuck does this sound so weird? And it's because he's actively out of tune auto tuning it just real quick. So think of it more as like an inline thing than an actual like chord stack. Like make a run of notes and have some of them be slightly out of tune if you're going to do it that way, rather than stack the notes where it screams this is out of tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, what? Oh shit! Ryan Murph is back. Ryan Murph. We'll get back to this. Ryan Murph. I play your song that you submitted the one time you submitted. I play that song everywhere.
Oh snap!
That's
cool.
I play his song everywhere. I was in New York yesterday. I played it. No, that was today. Damn. I'm so
You was in New York today?
yeah.
You woke up in New York and didn't realize it.
Yeah, I got back an hour before the show.
Oh, you really did just get off a plane.
Yeah,
Dead
I
ass.
was not playing.
You was just listening to Buddy Dyer
No.
on that monorail.
I played Ryan Murph is fire, and he made the Stilo flip. I played it up in New York today.
Word.
I play it. I play it every Sunday. And when I do my Sunday.
yeah. That's what's up. That's what's
so
up.
shouts out to him.
What
man.
type of tune is it?
It's a Stilo flip. I got it. I'll play it after we finish this review. But yeah.
702 Stilo?
Yes.
Ooh.
Fire.
The fucking cousin Skeeter
Fire.
thing.
Yes. No, I'll play a little bit after this just so you can hear it, and then I'll pass
Yeah.
it to you. Ryan Murph, use the submit link if you want to send a submission in. I got hella. Please. I'm telling you, I play this one everywhere I go. I put this in my mix. People like, ooh,
Hey.
and I'm like, yeah, I ain't got that. Y'all better Shazam.
Y'all ain't got
one.
that shit. Yeah. I like shit like that.
Y'all better Shazam that one now.
Nah, but back to the review. How you feel about
Yeah.
the
I'm always gonna sound like I'm trying to be positive because I don't necessarily look at music. Just full disclosure, I don't look at music as good or bad. That's kind of, I feel like that's a mindset that I don't use. I look at utility. So I look at where is this gonna be useful, right? And sounds like that. Like I feel like there's a place for it. There's people that want to listen to slow, like subdued, very minimal music. When it comes to the key issue, though, with the thing being out of key, I think there's a way to do it. And if it doesn't bother your ear, then maybe there's a place for that. But if you're looking to experiment with things that are out of key, like, for example, Dr. Dre is famous for taking out of key shit and making it sound like and fit a narrative. Like all of those out of key sounds sound very hard and dark, and he's good at pulling those out. They don't go together, but they tell the story. So if you're gonna do that, I feel like there's a way to kind of like lean into it or lead into it, so you know that's what you're getting. To start with something that is cohesive and sort of like relaxing, and then go into something that's off. It's nails on a chalkboard kind of vibe. So that's what I interpreted from it. But you know, maybe there's also a space for that. Like, and maybe you'll find that space. But I personally don't enjoy when things flip me upside down like that.
Like right off the bat.
Yeah, when it goes from one thing and then I'm expecting it to kind of stay pleasant, and then it goes off. It's like, nah, okay.
Yeah.
And Nick says using out of key correctly just takes a bit of knowledge about music theory.
Yeah. Or a happy accident. For sure.
Faden says he said it's a work in progress idea. I think so. I'm not taking this as a full submission of a complete work. Good to get the feedback now. Okay.
Nah, fuck that. You sent that shit. And so we talking about it. It's cool. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Nick says bitonally is a super cool tool if you can use it correctly.
Oh, absolutely. Because it's really one of the only things that a listener can't expect. Like when you listen to music, you automatically, as soon as the song comes on, first thing you're thinking is like mentally is you're expecting it to go somewhere that sounds like where it's going to go. And so if anybody that can change that expectation or subvert that is automatically going to keep me listening.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool thing to try to play with if you can do it the right way. It's just going to take some moments where people are going to be like, fuck that, to figure it out.
Yeah.
Are you really allowed to say bitonality, Nick? Is that acceptable in society these days?
Is there a correct term?
Is
for
there a
that?
correct term for bitonality?
Also, shouts out to Amp in the chat room. Welcome to the chat.
What's up, Amp? I certainly hope so.
Nick also says, I like using major minor stacks to extend harmonies.
I do love that.
You know, we would
that.
have to explain what that is.
No, that's a thing. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Everybody isn't a music theorist.
Yeah. Fan Wolf said he didn't send that. I mean, still, you sent that shit, and we gonna talk about
Now,
it.
Fade and Wolf is coming up later. He's Cosmo J.
Oh,
So
okay.
Fade and
Yeah,
Wolf. So
Cosmo J.
this track was by The Bliss. So when we reviewed, there's a lot of people when we reviewed them, they don't say anything.
I like that.
But they don't respond to anything we ask or anything. They just don't say anything.
Oh, like after you.
yeah.
So
I
what
thought
did
you
you do
meant
for
the-
this track? Crickets.
Yeah.
Oh,
He'd be like,
Bet.
what?
Are they talking to me?
Yeah.
I don't like the front heavy stuff. Like when people explain everything that they was thinking and it's not finished and the kick drum was a little low, but I still mastered it like that. I just want to hear a first impression. Like, and honestly, I think too, just something that might be useful to people. I don't know if it'll be maybe helpful in a music review, but like giving no context sometimes will save you from your own mistakes. Like not telling people what to listen for, not telling people what something is, will give them an opportunity to make up their own mind. And then maybe they'll fall in love with your other shit just by thinking something that they originally thought about you. And then they come to find something else out about you. But when you give people too much narrative, it's like, think this about me.
We tell people that all the time when they're like, I'm 15 years old. And it's like, bro, don't tell me that.
Just, right. Now I'm going to listen to you like a teenager. Yeah.
But, or I'm going to, you know, like I think they do it to lower your expectations. And I'm like, nah, you got to come hard. You got to come harder.
Pause.
Because big hard.
Big hard.
Hey, yo, what kind of show is this?
Dick hard. You gotta.
Nah, but the Bliss said I'm still here just taking notes. Because I've used with the Bliss, he sends in a lot of music, and I've been I think we got him to finally switch to Logic. He was using GarageBand.
Word.
Or something like
Congrats on the switch.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And we've told him, because before his sounds were just terrible, and that was mostly our review, was like, your sounds suck, but the ideas are good. So do you have any advice, being a producer yourself, do you have any advice where he can get sounds, or any advice with what he can do to make his sound better?
Well, first thing you can do, sample songs that already have good sounds, right? And then chop those in an interesting, unique way. You don't really have to worry about publishing too much in this day and age, because chances are if you get sued for some shit, it's a good thing. Somebody will want to sign it. So, you know what I mean? Just use whatever the fuck you can find to start, right? And so another producer, and I still go through this, right? Like I think rhythmically I'm very strong, creating bounces, creating pockets. But I think my sound selection, I would like to improve that personally. So this is a point of pain for me, because I heard a producer that I really like their sounds get on Twitter and say, oh yeah, the only way to get better with your sound selection is pick better sounds. And I'm like, thanks, bro.
What the hell?
Thanks for that fucking advice, man.
That's why I'm asking you, because I think this is big.
And it's really one of those things where you kind of don't realize it until hindsight, right? It's like 10,000 hours. Once you put your 10,000 hours in, then you'll go back to hour one and be like, oh yeah, that was a trash piano that I used in a trash way, right? There's a way to use a trash piano in a good way. If you wanna take something, like I like to distort the fuck out of stock stuff, right? And just let the fucking over harmonic fucking distortion stuff solve my shitty sound problem, right? And then I'll fucking clip the master, and I'll do all kinds of fun shit, because I make like dance music, I make club music shit, right? So making something sound dirty on purpose is like, it serves me, it hides bullshit. And it kind of makes me sound better than I am in a way, right? If I'm just speaking, you know, from a producer standpoint. But if you're trying to pick better sounds and you're trying to make them clean, like, I don't know, like try to save up some bread and like buy a really cool like a synth program, or find all the like the cool free ones that kind of sound similar to the pros. Like, you know, Omnisphere is the one I feel like everybody says is like the God one. Yeah. Like try to use stuff like that, or try to find ways to sample stuff that sounds great. And I don't know, like outside of that, it really is just time. Like I hate to say that, because it's not something you could do instantly, but it's just like listening to the specific, and also like listen to a lot of music, and listen to sounds that you really like, and then try to dissect why. Try to articulate why you specifically like that,
or even pull it into the DAW as you're making your stuff. So you can constantly be referencing.
I do that a lot.
If you got Ableton, you can pull it into the DAW and get the MIDI data from it, and then you can copy the MIDI data and put it on a different sound, and now you got that sound. Kinda.
Right? You know, who knows? But there's all kinds of different ways to fuck with shit, and I love A/B and stuff for sure. That's a big thing I do.
Wait, A/B-ing?
Oh, that's when you take
break it down. Yeah.
Okay, so A/B-ing is when you take a song that's professional that you like as a reference, and you put it in your session, and then you reference your mix against that mix, or against that master. More than likely, chances are it'll be a finished joint. And so there's a way to listen to it. It's important to listen to it outside of your master chain, so that you're not, you know, putting your plugins on that mix and then references your mix against a bullshit master plugin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to have that problem. But I do that a lot with dance music, especially if I'm like making an edit or a remix for a genre of music that I don't typically make. I want to take a song that I love the most in that genre, throw it in there, and then I model my sonics around that song.
Word.
Very solid.
There we go.
Yeah, man.
Good advice.
There's a lot being said in our chat.
Ryan
now.
Murph is being humble.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I want to play you a little bit of this because I think you'll enjoy this man. This man, Ryan Murph,
So
came in this chat room.
Luna is a dog by UAD.
Luna is a dog.
I'll tell you quick, fun little fact is that when DigiDesign got gutted by Avid and the DigiDesign and it became Avid Pro Tools.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
All those guys, like half of them went to Reaper, half of them went to UAD. So yes, Luna is basically Pro Tools, as is Reaper.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Luna is fire. I've never used it personally.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
what's
I've
up.
tinkered with it, but I'm a Pro Tools guy. So
Got it.
Overdue.
Oh, okay.
Over,
You're a scientist.
I'm a scientist.
overdue.
Yes.
We're gonna play your song. I'm just playing Ryan Murph songs that I had that I said that I play everywhere, just so my man Dev can hear it.
Let's go.
Dev, give him a little for all the new people in the chat room. Tell them a snippet about who you is and what you do.
Okay, so background on me. I
Real
started
quick.
I started DJing and when I was super young, 14 years old. Started producing when I was 16. Graduated Full Sail. Work at Wild 'N Out. Toured with Nick Cannon. Did a remix for Beyonce and Ariana Grande. And I make club music for girls to shake their ass to.
He added more. Yeah, you noticed.
I didn't get to say everything the first time. We was talking about-
The resume is getting longer.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit in there. So,
All right, check this one out, man. I don't even want to give my man too much, but. Wait till you hear this drop.
I saw you walking out of Gucci. Royal princess was the fragrance, pretty face and big old booty. We crossed paths when we locked eyes. It's like your vibe was speaking to me. Tried to catch you for your name. Somehow let you get away since then, girl. I ain't been the same, oh baby, why? I wanna know, are you so hard to find? I wish you could know, to me you're so damn.
All right. That's Ryan. That's the first song. First time he came in here, he sent that song.
he snapped.
I stole it and been playing it ever since.
Wow, that's
So-
a vibe. That's right up my alley too.
What? I'll pass it to you.
Oh, I'm gonna steal it from you before I leave. For sure.
Yo, nah, Ryan.
Now the bar for Ryan is like fucking way.
Yo, no.
He's gonna be like, I'm gonna send you just an idea.
He said you
track.
sped it up.
No, I always speed this song up.
Yeah,
I'm a
I do that
DJ.
too. Yeah,
Every
I do that.
song I play is sped up.
Deal with it.
Unless I'm about to mix into something slower, I slow it down, and then I speed the song up
Yeah.
after I've slowed it down.
4%. He sped it up.
Hey,
4%.
you know mine's go. I do plus 25, so I be crazy on mine.
You be going crazy? Yeah, I do that too. Yeah. People be looking at you stupid.
People be like, I only go plus 6. What are you doing?
right? Okay, thanks,
Like they'll
bro.
come on mine, they'll move it a little bit. Why'd it go 3?
Nah, I be having my shit at a full 50 sometimes when I'm doing a
Ooh,
transition.
50? That's
Yeah.
scary.
No, like when I
Shit.
do a transition or something.
Oh.
Like I think the most I ever played something was probably like 20. But yeah, like yeah.
I've done plus like 22 before, but then I instantly go back to something reasonable.
yeah.
Reasonable.
Because it's got to be for effect. It can't be everything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's
I mean,
like
unless
a-
you in Miami, depending on what you're doing.
You playing Jersey Club or
Yeah, right.
New
No.
Orleans Bounce.
Yeah. It's certain places that make sense.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to go back to the reviews, but shouts out to Ryan Murray for joining us. Welcome back. It's been like a year since he's been in this chat room. I got this song in 2022, June 2022, so it's almost been a year since he's been here.
You've been sitting on that bitch for a year.
Yep, I've been playing it every week for like a year, and he ain't even know. We don't even follow each other on social media.
Wow, that's when the love is real.
Yeah, I need to go follow him.
You got a sneaky link.
Yeah. I need to go follow.
Love is real.
I gotta go follow this man. All right, let's bounce back to an overdue revolution. He says he got his link working correctly, so let's check this one out.
See if that's a true
Again,
statement.
everybody, make sure y'all hit that share button. Tell everybody to join. We still got room for submission, so if you want to submit, make sure you submit. Shouts out to the man Devastator for joining us. We got Alex here on the couch hanging out as always.
That's
it's
the A of
Q&A.
Q&A.
You dig. Make sure you follow us on social media. Make sure you join our Discord, ! Discord. Jump in there. Also, what we'll do the GoNack thing after this. But we got there's specials and promotions going on and stuff. But make sure you join the Discord first. do that.
I think we have a GoNack thing in the Discord.
Yeah,
now?
yeah. I set up
Perfect.
a GoNack page.
Love it.
But people,
Go neck. Okay.
yeah,
got it.
yeah. We're gonna talk about that because I need to let you know about it too. So we're gonna talk about
You
that.
said goat neck. I was
No,
like, what?
Goat-
what?
yeah.
Go neck. All right, cool. Gotcha.
Goat neck scream.
GoNack. Can we get that sound effect?
Every time I see a goat, I'm like, did it scream?
Makes a weird noise. Like
I
a
know
weird,
it makes a weird ass scream.
unknowable noise.
I think we have it clipped as a sound effect.
Oh yeah, good times. Nick, how much money have you made on GoNack so far with your music? Put that in the chat room while we review
let's
An
talk
Overdue
about that.
Revolution. This track is called "I Was Born Ready to Die for This." He said his 9 Inch Nails inspired, and let's check it out.
White noise filtering. Is there a hidden message in here?
This sounds like, you know, the battle music when you were playing Legend of the Dragoon before you went to the battle.
This
Right.
sounds like it's being. It sounds like if we put this under a spectroscope, there's a hidden message in here.
There not be no devil shit in that.
Yeah.
He's using a theremin. He's just wiggling really fast. All right, so shouts out to An Overdue Revolution. That track was "I Was Born Ready to Die for This." I'm gonna let y'all take because I only have like one sentence of advice.
I'm gonna go after you then.
All right,
So
Dev.
I go first.
Dev
Boom.
leads.
Yeah, I don't want to contextualize your shit because I don't know what like your intent is. But I hear definitely like video game soundtrack type stuff with what you've got right here. I think we talk about utility, right? Maybe the intent is different from the utility, but I could see somebody putting that in a video game, specifically with companies that do 8-bit games or like low res type stuff. That musicality, that composition, the composition is there. Like there's a lot going on that's favorable to hear. But you know, there could be other reasons that could be created. So I don't want to contextualize it and say what it is, but I did like it for that specifically. And under that context, yeah.
He says, thanks. I love Doom Eternal. So.
Oh yeah. Well then,
There you
cool.
go.
Yeah, we right there then. Like I like it for that. You know what I mean? I think it's very driving. And I read backstory doing syncs, working in TV and film. Like they'll send you like a company that you work with will send you a brief, and they'll say we're looking for something that's driving, that's got momentum. They use these like detailed words, and so things like that are specific, they usually cut through the fat of a lot of songs. So
while we're talking about sync licensing and sync stuff, first explain what sync is.
Okay, so sync licensing is when you take a song and you put it in a product like a TV show, a film, a game, something where it is synced with the product visually usually. So and then you get paid for that.
So how would you give a beginner, what advice would you give a beginner or somebody looking this, like making game tracks and things like that that could easily be synced?
So
what advice would you give them to find what do they call them? I can't even think of it. Music directors.
Oh stuff. Yeah. So what I just found out, and this is me being in the mix of this shit for a while. Like I had already done a TV show theme song, right? My friend put me on to LinkedIn and was like, yo, go on LinkedIn and find these companies that you want to work with. And they even said more specifically, like watch the movies that you love, watch the TV shows that you love.
Look up the music supervisor.
Look up the music supervisors, like read the credits and find those people on LinkedIn. See what company they work for. That company has a phone number and an email. Like track these people down. You can find them, and you can even reach out to them because they're not like people that are.
Their entire job is
their
music.
Entire job is to find music and put it in things that you know what I mean. So that's He said this before. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, I just found out about myself. Like somebody put me onto that. I think this or last year, and I've been doing that now. And during the pandemic, somebody on Clubhouse was saying, like when we were all on Clubhouse, they were doing like sync licensing
for the 3 weeks that
right.
Yeah.
They were talking about sync licensing in some of these chats, and like all the people that own libraries and stuff were on this one chat, and they were saying that people are always looking for music. It doesn't matter if you're famous. It doesn't matter if you're just starting. It doesn't matter if, and we go back to like what I keep talking about, utility, right? It's like, does the shit fit the brief? That's it. So, you know, like these people are out there. They're looking for stuff. They're looking to be submitted to. Find out the proper professional way to do that, and send them what they're looking for if you have it. Like you could get paid for that.
There you go.
Ryan Murph, use the website. Go to www.ConsultQnA.com and click the submit button because it sends it to our file. So if you send it to the email, I don't even have the email open. So, but for you, my brother, you know,
Baby.
for $30,
Come on now,
I'll open up the email.
put out that collection plate.
For you, my brother. You know, with saying that, we are accepting donations, and you can subscribe to us for free. If you have Amazon Prime, you can go on to Twitch, subscribe to us, and you can become a Twitch Prime member, subscribe to this channel, and we get $5 per subscriber. So,
Per sub?
Yeah.
Shit, let me use my sub right now.
Hey,
I got a
you
Prime
got
sub, I'm
Amazon
not
Prime.
using it.
Make sure you link it with your Twitch account, and then go to twitch.tv/allmyhomies, and if you subscribe to us, that supports the stream. Also, if you want to pay Kim directly, if you guys do not know who Kim is, she is our producer in the background, and she is a lovely lady.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Kim.
You can pay Kim directly and get her paid.
Fun fact, every time that happens, if we look over, you'll see this happen.
I was wondering if that was for this moment specifically, or if that's just how she like chills.
No, this was a fan of hers made this for her.
Play it again. Play it again.
Let's let it.
I love that. That's so good.
It's weird. It's weird. It's like her name is her nickname now. Like, everybody, you
Just have to
say it in
more
a
musically.
No, you say it in a different tone.
Yeah.
When somebody's serious with her, they're like, Kim, come on now. But when they're like,
When you need something from Kim, you go, Kim.
yeah.
Every time that sample plays, a 360 deal dies.
And, hey, the Devastator has just subscribed. Actually, actually, Amp, we are since we're affiliates, we get $5. It's $5.99. It's $5.99 to subscribe, but with Twitch Prime, it's free for you. We still get the $5
because I pay in packages. So
No.
they get their money.
Mox Arella is back in the stream. Shouts out to her. She done bought the GAT Extendo, the banana.
Miss Maxine.
That's the 3. You see the 3 in AR after 3. That's the banana clip after the AR.
Oh, that's one of these.
That's the banana drum.
That's that.
That's the ball drum.
Getting real descriptive. I told you, man. Is this a family show or what? Like, what am I on?
It's not a family show.
Okay, all right, cool.
Is Wildin' Out considered a family show?
Hell no, they air that shit at 10 p.m. on purpose.
We might as well.
It could be like fun fact. My grandma watched that show. She loves it, and that's before I even had anything to do with it. She just said, I don't like when they do all of the jokes about the genitalia, and then. But and she don't even talk like that. I don't know why I did that voice. But
baby.
But she like it. She like that. She like the show. So it could be a family show.
Okay. Word. How is it working on Wildin' Out with all of those personalities?
And
comedians.
It is the best job ever as a DJ. I don't think I've ever worked a DJ job that was that entertaining. It is also the most stressful scenario I've ever been in as well. Just because, like, as a DJ, if you get a time slot to spin, they tell you this is your slot. This is what they pay you for. But with Wildin' Out, and I mean most shows, most concerts, like the tour version, that makes sense because you just go up until they're ready to come out. But with the TV show version, they're like, all right, Dev, you ready? And then I go out, and then I'm playing, and then who knows when the show is going to start. It could be 5 minutes. It could be 45 minutes. There could be a stop down where like something happened. Somebody in the back could not be ready. A mic could fuck up. A camera could fuck up. And I'm just going. And they're like, all right, Dev, all the cameras are rolling. So everyone's being recorded, including you. So make sure you turn up.
Oh, so you got to be acting for like 40, 50.
LED fucking wall. Me, face on it, crowd, panning to them. Like, if it's not lit,
you got to be like.
Yes, like, we got to go up. And it's one of those things, it's like, as soon as I hit that button, hands need to be here. It needs to be the best time of their life. Like, that's what is expected because it's going for TV, right? And when I first got there, the first thing I thought was like, well, let me just do what I do in the club, right? Let me turn everybody up, whatever, play the joint or whatever. And it's like, it is that, but there's another level of it where it's a show where you need to keep the energy level at a certain place.
So what? Because I want advice on this. How do you do that? What's the style when it comes to mixing? Like, how do you get into that style?
It's a lot of slamming. Like, it's a lot of like. It can be. So
it's slam or train wreck.
Well, no, we don't train wreck.
Okay,
we don't ever condone a train wreck.
No,
we don't do that. Hell no.
So I call it like New York style, where it's just like jam into the neck, boom, boom.
Yeah, I mean, it can be like that. Like, my personal style is I like to try to mix and transition as much as possible. Like, I think that's my superpower is transitions. So I try to capture that as much as I can. Mm-hmm. But then there's also times like during my warm-up set, a comedian comes out. So somebody from the show will come out and they'll do comedy for a few. They'll hype up the crowd. They'll also just do whatever the fuck they want. Mm-hmm. So they might start a bit and they might start saying, yeah, you know that one song with the goddamn, when the Migos said, DJ drop that. And I have to play it. Like, they'll just throw to me and shit. So, like, there's been times where I've just been sitting there, like, with my dick in my hand, metaphorically. But most of the time, like, once that happens, because we do 30 shows per season for the most part, I'll sit with them and be like, hey, so let me know.
Don't you ever,
let me know.
do that again.
let me know what you gonna do so I can prepare it to make you look good, before we do it this way. So, it could be kind of wild. Like, a lot of the time when I just get thrown up and I don't know what the fuck is going on, or I'm obviously clearly stalling for a technical issue, it's just like, well, all right, we're doing Afro beats now.
Do they give you a mic?
Yeah.
Oh.
I am the entertainment for that period of time that I'm on the stage. Like so like Wildin' Out is a show for that those of all that don't
For
know
the
what
people
it
who
is.
don't
Like,
know.
it's a show with a bunch of comedians on stage, right? It could be 20 comedians on stage. Everyone has a mic, but only the person that's talking mic is on. They're all sharing the stage together, cracking jokes, playing games, whatever. When I'm performing, it is only me on stage until I bring someone out. So that entire audience they're in my hand. Like I'm driving the boat with that. So
And it's a sit down audience
it's
too.
well, no, not that part.
Oh, no?
It can be both. It can be both.
Okay.
So when we first started, it was a sit down, and then it turned into a stand up, and then it turned into even more than that.
Sit down audiences are some of the hardest audiences
man,
I've
yeah.
ever had to DJ.
And that's
for.
something that I had to learn too. I had never DJed
different
any
style.
sort of comedy type of event before. So everything I did was concerts, people standing up, clubs, people standing
Yeah.
up. When I got in there my first day doing the live room during, I think we was in Brooklyn too, of all places.
Oh,
so this was
God.
a New York crowd.
You know they judging.
And they coming off the train that got to the other train that got to the other train.
I just did that whole thing.
And they stood in line for like an hour. They sat in the holding room for another hour. The audience people fucking tried to get them hype and played all the shit that they tried to get them hype to.
Now
and then
they're
they got to
just
come out there and
pissed.
sit with me for 45 minutes. My non-New York ass. I'm from the South, right? And they from New York. So they up there like,
Play reggae. That's all you got to do.
what you finna see? And I didn't know
That's
that
how
at
you
first.
win Brooklyn.
I didn't
you
know that.
win Brooklyn with reggae. That's it.
Like, bro, that shit trial by fire, bro. Like it was sink or swim. And they had just gotten somebody to fuck up out of there when I got my first shot too.
Oh, word.
Because when I first got there, I was doing the green room with the cast and the guests. So all of the guests, everybody that come by the show, they'll be in the green room. Cast, they getting ready. All their guests, like it's friends and family vibes, right? So and the comedians is like, they trying to get loose for the show. So like they wanna twerk a little bit. The girls wanna shake some ass, or the guys wanna rap some thug shit. Like we there for that. We doing that. We getting the morale up. That's what it was when I first got there.
Okay, that's easy. That's club.
And then they brought somebody into the main room and they was like, yeah, this ought to go great. And then they was just like, nah, get them the fuck out of there. It was like, but now we need somebody because that looked great on camera. They was like, well, shit, put Dev in there. And that's how I got my shot, right? But I had never really DJ'd in New York like that up to that point. I had just like been there and been around shit. So I just got up there and like bullshitted through my first day. and they was like, oh, you did great. And I was like, you think so?
Yeah.
Thanks for having me up, man. It was great. And I just kept rolling with it. So I learned a little bit more each day, add a little more to it. And then that's how I figured out that New Yorkers love reggae.
So Brooklyn, because if you because so I was up there. My brother's a DJ. He was a DJ in New York. He was also he was on Soul Train and all of that stuff.
Oh, word,
Yeah.
word, yeah.
So
So he know.
I was at his house. He came out. He was drunk. He came out and he was like, "Look at my fucking contract that they sent me. They was trying to fucking rob me." This is how he talks.
For real?
This is really how he talks because
Damn.
he's from that era.
He sound like West Side
he
Gun
used to
in
stomp,
real life.
He used to stomp people. Yes. So he's like, the fucking contract. They tried to get me to fucking sign. They owe me money. I'm trying to sue them. And I was like, I looked at it. I was like, yeah, this sucks. I was like, but you didn't sign it, so
What are we talking about?
how can you sue? I was like, how can you sue? He was like, but it says that I wrote the song. I ain't get a check for it, so the motherfuckers owe me money. I was like, I don't think this will prove that if you ain't have your split.
Yeah, like how does that work?
Yeah, I was like, maybe. He was like, but you ain't a lawyer. So he was like, but you ain't a lawyer.
Read my shit.
No, but this is he was like, you ain't a lawyer, so I ain't fucking with you. I was like, what?
What are we talking about again?
What?
What happened?
Yeah, that's
Come in here and weigh in on this so I could tell you fuck all of that.
that was my brother.
As brothers do.
It was probably 30 minutes after I walked in the house. He was like,
I just got here.
and then he had his DJ stuff said, "Show me what you got, nigga." I was like, I don't really use Serato. I use Tractor, but I was like, I got Serato. I could jump in. He was like, "Nigga, you ugly. You suck." And I was, Jesus.
Damn.
And then,
Trial by fire.
And then he was like, "You ain't got no Mob Deep. You ain't got." I was like, I got it. I jumped into it. He was like, "All right, you'll survive in Brooklyn, but you'll fucking drown up here."
Nah, dead ass. Yeah.
So
I was lucky I was in Brooklyn.
That's literally how he talks. Literally how he talks.
Verbatim.
Yes, that
on
is
all the time.
No, yeah, no, 1,000. He walked in, he was like, the bar's over there. You make your own shit. The cups are in there. You get your own fucking cups, and you know what I'm saying? We just chilling. All right, bro.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, right. Family.
Yeah, he was like, I just handle business. He was on the phone with 2 chicks on the phone.
While he was
He was on the phone with 2 chicks talking about, yo, my brother's here. He was like, yo, y'all should come through. They came by.
Hey. Gotta love a reliable human being.
When they walked in, I was like, how do y'all deal with this? How do y'all deal with it?
They in New York. That's where everybody's like, right?
And they were like,
Yeah.
"Yo, what's up?"
No, so the
Oh,
crazy,
no, more of
so
this.
the crazy thing is, it was a girl he went to high school with, and this nigga's old. So and she was there with her daughter, and she's like a year older than me, and she's like, and they all cool with him. I'm like, how?
What is this dynamic?
Yeah, I'm like, this is the most confusing idiot. Then his dog is like 6'8". Yeah, it's a big ass dog.
Dog is a giraffe.
Yeah, big ass dog. Just
Big
be,
ass New York dog in Tim's
just
and
be
shit.
standing by the door like this, like
With an
but,
Averex jacket.
and Andrew is an overdue revolution. Does what we're talking about when it comes to DJing, does that help answer your question when he's like, "Hey John, is DJing a good job?"
That was a hell of a tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, thanks for the follow, JCam, and I'm pretty sure we got your submission.
Is DJing a good job? Yes and no. Depends on how good you are at it.
Yeah.
If you're good at it, it's a great job. If you're average at it, it sucks. If you're terrible at it, you might actually find a job still, and it actually will be great for you if you're terrible.
Well, you gotta have
and can still get a job.
you gotta have the BBCs if you suck at it.
What's that?
Boobs, beard, and a cat.
Wait, what?
If you want to be good at, like, if you want to really, like, if you suck at DJing
oh,
and
like
you want
doing
to get booked.
DJ and country and shit like that.
No, you DJ on Twitch with boobs, beards, and
Oh
a cat.
yeah.
So you got to have 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go on Twitch,
We cooking
you
now.
DJ.
We cooking.
So if you suck at DJing, you got to have 2 of those 3, and you go online and you build a Twitch following.
There it is.
The BBCs.
Your daily piece of advice.
There you go.
The BBC.
There you go. Just don't do it at 8:30 on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hey, good point.
You'll
Good point.
compete with us, and we'll have to come fuck you up. Nah, but Andrew, from my perspective, DJing is it's something you don't ever get into for money. The only reason I started DJing was I got a radio show, and also I was like, I would love to DJ. I like to play music. It was cool. And then DJ Coleman was like, I'll sell you 2 Stanton straight 8s.
Ooh, them Stantons.
Yep. He was like, I'll sell you 2 Stanton straight 8s for $40.
Wow, a deal too.
Come on, how do you not DJ?
Deal.
How do you not DJ after that?
Gotta at least try. Well, you had to buy vinyls back then, though,
Yeah.
right?
Well, no, I bought Time Code. It was Tractor. That's why I'm a
Oh,
Tractor
this was
guy.
2009. Yeah.
That's
okay,
why I'm a
yeah.
Tractor guy, because Tractor had Serato had it, but they weren't as good as Tractor then.
Oh, okay.
And
Tractor
I was like,
the originator. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
and I was trying to be a scratch DJ on Time Code and stuff, and Tractor I still got it. I got glow in the dark Time Code vinyl and
That's
all of that
fancy.
stuff. It looked sexy as hell
Yeah.
with my Stanton straight 8s going crazy. But yeah, I got into it because it was like, okay, I got a radio show now. Let me start DJing. And then there was a lot of DJs. There was Rob Zilla. You may know Rob Zilla because he was around in Gainesville for a long time.
Yeah, that sounds like a very Gainesville
One of the
name.
dopest scratch
It's
DJs.
like coming through my brain through a geographic location.
So
yeah.
with Rob Zilla, I would just go over to his house, and he used to do DJ meetups at his house where everybody
Okay.
just scratched off of each other. It was a scratch meetup. So Rob Zilla, shouts out to him. He's one of the first people to give me the ropes. And then I was doing a radio show, and it was trial by error. But I never thought I'd ever make money off of it.
Yeah, it's weird when it comes to the money part. Like, you either have to get into it for the money and then do the money shit, or do it for love and never expect any money.
Yeah, and like I was rapping then, so I was always like, hey, DJ's just a side hustle. I'm a rap and I'm going to get big, nigga. We about to, you know what I'm saying? We fire out here.
Crazy.
We got the whole record label, you know what I'm saying? We out here. We doing shows. We was touring, you know, so I was like, all right, we about to do it. And the DJing was just like, if one of the artists on the label and I wasn't on the show, I would DJ their show because I was like, we need a DJ.
That's how all of the tour DJs get jobs. It don't never be somebody that, well, it used to be like that.
Yeah.
It is now. But back then, it just used to be like, who's the closest DJ to us?
Yep.
Bring them over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's give them 30 dates.
Now it's who's the DJ on the radio?
Yeah, then it went to that, yeah. Mm-hmm. Man.
Or it's like, who's my homeboy who can press play?
Yup. Facts.
All right.
And it used to be like that with songs, too. Remember when every song had a third verse with the homie from the neighborhood? And then the girl used to sing on it. It used to be somebody from especially on the West Coast and like in Florida. It used to be like all the songs would have like especially like early fucking like Florida shit like
with a fifth verse on
with
the
a
song?
fourth or fifth verse with the homeboy. It used to the song would get best verse first
featuring Mr. Squips.
Yeah. It used to go in order of best verse first, second verse, third verse would just be somebody we trying out. Fourth verse is like, you still here?
Yeah.
And then whoever's singing on the hook was like homegirl from the neighborhood, like dead ass.
Yeah,
Like, you can go back and research this.
Natasha.
Yeah. They give her all the ad libs at the end. Yup. There you go.
You know, Natasha had an album. This is going down the road. We got to get back to the reviews.
the reviews, yeah, the reviews.
So Natasha, who sung on the Thuggish Ruggish Bone, she had an album that was supposed to release on that record label, but got shelved, and she didn't own anything. So she never has been able to release any music she's ever made.
Damn.
So Thuggish Ruggish Bone is Natasha's only. So that's why when they did the verses and they bought Natasha out, I was like, shouts out to them, man.
That's hard. Yeah.
Shouts out to Natasha. Because after that, like, you can look up what happened to Natasha and she had kids after that and stuff. So she like stopped. But that her album that she recorded never released.
Take a drink every time the couch recognizes they need to do reviews.
Hey, this is now the Consult Q&A show. It's not a review. Let me stop.
Hey.
All right. Well, so back to the reviews. Jay versus the World, or JVS the World, or Jalen versus the World sent over a track called Two by. Actually, no. We did Overdue Revolution.
Yeah, we did Overdue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me hit done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Jay versus the World, who's now back on Twitch. This track is called 2 by 2. He sent over no love letter.
It's just a guess.
Let's go.
It's just a guess.
And before you guys hate our rants, there was so much valuable information.
This is true.
In that tangent.
Which one?
We just went on all four of them. So
Back
much
to back to back.
valuable information in that. That was life experiences. All right, let's check this one out though.
That was a 200 IQ call out.
I got two poles, I just bought a weapon. I got two fists, I don't need a weapon. He heard my song, now he asking questions. She heard my song, now she is my best friend. I got two poles, I just bought a weapon. I got two fists, I don't need a weapon. He heard my song, now he asking questions. She heard my song, now she is my best friend. People lying on me, that is a deception. People talking about me, that is a perception. Please don't call my phone, I don't have reception. Yes, I feel too gone, I'm a living legend. This right here's a blessing, had to learn my lesson. Gotta thank God every day, cause this a blessing. Gotta thank God every day, I'm never stressing. Bought some new snacks, I just got from the concession. Did this by myself, yes I did this on my own. I have to be myself, I will never be a clone. And I get flyer than a drone. I'm staying to myself, yes I'm staying in my zone. I got two poles, I just bought a weapon. I got two fists, I don't need a weapon. He heard my song, now he asking questions. She heard my song, now she is my best friend. Two poles, two fists. My song, my song.
I like the fade out.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. That was fucking beautiful.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you take it.
Was that your
First of all, I love songs like this. Like that just like are like incoherently fun. The line about I just got some snacks from the concession, like that set me off. Like I wasn't laughing at him, I'm laughing with him. Like that was fun. And I just like shit like that, man. I think I would like it better if there was like a better mix on the beat. Like, you know, I like 808 heavy shit too, but I just kind of wanted more from the beat mix. But like, yeah, like for a song like that, mosh pit all day. Like, get me in the middle of the fucking pit. Like, let's go up. Like, that's what that's for.
You still getting in the middle of pits?
Absolutely not. But I'll sit on the side and watch that shit.
I retired from them at like 28.
You know what? I'll take that back. It depends on where I'm at. If I'm
Okay.
somewhere for the first time, like notable, you know, like a fucking like a Coachella or a Lovers and Friends,
Okay.
or fucking like something like that.
live in the moment.
You gonna go
Yeah.
push? You gonna go push somebody down?
I get caught in that shit. Like, first of all, I'm not like in the pit, like the pit, like fighting with motherfuckers and doing the fucking flip kicks and shit.
That's
like,
the
nah,
only way.
No, like the one, like the friendly pit.
You're on the outside. You're on the outside.
I'm on the
of the
outside
pit.
of the pit just watching the shit.
But you front row of the outside.
Yeah, right. I'm just jumping around. You know,
Still dodging.
Yeah,
but
wherever
just
the-
not actively
yeah, wherever
taking
the safe
part.
people hang out at. You know, people with kids and shit. Like, that's, you know, people that got something to do on Monday. That's where I'm. That's who I mosh with.
So you 3 rows behind them.
Yeah, right.
I want a picture of like an
Of a
active
pit in,
crowd.
like-
Yeah, let's
and
break it down.
Designated by zone.
Pit psychology, no doubt. That's
I
a real
got
thing.
shit to do
'Cause
on Monday.
it is a real thing.
No,
Like,
facts.
I used to run through
Dead ass.
like I used to in the rap pit, because rap pits are different than metal and rock
I have a
pits.
story about rock pits.
Oh,
So
man.
in the rap ones,
I've
I
never
used,
tried that.
I used to be in the middle of them, like, you know what I'm saying, like
It's just a-
you know
yeah,
what I'm
it's just
saying?
a little bit of-
And then I gradually graduated to the edge, where I would just turn up on the edge.
Oh,
and
you
now,
pulled back.
now
Okay.
I'm just like, they got it.
Y'all got it.
I'm standing up
This
here.
whole area is taken care of. I'm just everybody's doing a good job in there.
He got to a point where he was like, "What y'all got going on in there? That don't
Y'all
look
lit.
safe."
Y'all good. Yeah.
yeah. Everybody got water? All right, good. All right.
Supervising the pit.
That's the I got something to do.
I got something to do Monday pit. That's the type of shit I'm on. You know, when it comes to that.
I endorse the pit is what it is.
Yeah, right. I'm a bless it. But I'm not in that motherfucker by any means. Oh. But no, I like songs like that, man. Like one of my favorite artists is Yachty. So like any joint like that, you know, that just make me smile. That's like, but it got a bounce to it. Like I'm into that. So let's go. Like that's for me.
Cool.
I think his vocal chain was better than last week, but not as good as it could have been. I think it could have been a little bit more clear. Like the beginning, I don't know what he said. So
Yeah,
there's that.
Yeah, words could have been clearer.
Just a little bit of cleanup on that. That's my note.
I completely hate the song. 100% hate everything about it. But what I will say is that he did a different tone.
Yes.
And shouts out to him for doing a different tone. He submits a song every week.
Oh, dope. That's what's up.
And first of all, keeping that up is a award. He should get an award for how many we do this every week. He always has a song every week. He should get an award for that.
Yeah.
But
The consistency.
I
That's what
hate
get you
every
far.
single song he submits every week.
It cancels
But
out.
but with this, he went into knowing all the shit he's been submitting, he went into a different realm and he pitched himself up. And he brought different kind of energy instead of this lazy thing that he used to do where it sound more Yachty. Even though, like, and I've been giving him that feedback. I'm like, listen to Lil Yachty evolve. Listen to how he evolved. And I've always tell him do features because I'm like, features are going to make him better. But with this song, I hate it, but I like that he is actively going outside of his usual box with the pitching, with the style of beat, with everything that he's doing. So I'm okay with it.
Nick, write that down.
Yeah.
And that those type of tracks that are busy like that, like joints like especially now, like the Playboy Cardi joints, the Yeet joints, like all this shit that's coming out
Playboy
these days.
Cardi is fire though.
They got, well, mix wise, right? We talk about the vocal chain. Like
yeah.
mix wise, it's so much shit clashing with your vocal area where you're gonna be saying words at. And that shit is already full. So for you to come in there, you know, you gotta really try to carve out a range. And as a writer, while you're cutting the record, like as a writer, like you could be mindful of like where your vocal tone is. Like, are you lower in the joint, or are you like up higher? Like that can change how much your vocal has an impact on the record.
Yeah.
So depending on where you want to be, like, you know, that it was probably good that he moved up, because that was the perfect space for that record.
Yeah.
It was clashing like with all of the synth stuff, but it worked for that joint. So
Yeah. Nick says I'd still hit next pretty quickly. Just isn't.
yeah,
for
and
me,
that type of music is polarizing. Like you either love it or you hate it. Like me, immediate smile on my face. But like him, he's like, fuck.
I hate it, but I like Lil Yachty.
Well, then let's talk about why. What happened in your childhood?
So I hate it when
break
Lil
this down.
Yachty came out. Terrible to me. Hated everything he made. When he went to Detroit, I was like, Lil Yachty kind of fire.
here we go.
I was like, Yachty kind of sliding right now, but it's because I was listening to all those Detroit people, and Yachty was the worst person on every single song. But I gave him A for effort, and then as you heard the songs come out, he got better, and I was like, Yachty kind of fire now.
Man, so I love talking about this shit because at that time period, I loved all the shit. Everybody else around me hated it, especially people older than me. They were just like, "This is trash. Music is
That's a
in
good
the
sign.
shitter."
I was one of
that's a good
my
sign.
friends told me I was crazy because I liked Tyler the Creator when he came out.
Right. You
And
know
they
what
were
I'm
like,
saying?
he sucks. Like, what are you talking
I
about?
didn't like Tyler the Creator when
I
he first
loved
came out
him
because I
when
just
he came
didn't.
out.
I didn't like music like that. Like I didn't like provocative, like rap music. Like I didn't like to hear niggas saying lyrical shit, fucking trying to evoke an emotion out of me. Like I just wanted some shit that clearly girls are gonna shake ass to, because like that's what gets me paid at my
Travis
job.
Porter.
Right? Exactly. I love, you know what I'm saying, and that's just what I come from, what I lean and gravitate towards. But like learning the art of music during that era when that shit started coming out, I started realizing like theory wise why this shit is working is because they're breaking the rules, and they're breaking them in a positive way. Like they're taking all of the conventions and they're saying fuck that shit. Like there's an iconic interview with Uzi and Ebro, I think it is, where Uzi or maybe it was Yachty, I forget who exactly. I think they both had one with that guy or with somebody else, where they're like saying, "Hey, this is the way shit's about to go. Like this is how we do music. Millions of people love the shit. Y'all saying it's trash isn't making you look any better at your job."
Right.
And now we look at who's fucking collabing with Drake, who's headlining fucking Rolling Loud, who's in the conversation every day, right? Who is the biggest streamers on Twitch everywhere in the world emulating? Like that's where shit is at, right? And it's just these guys weren't afraid to break rules at a time where you had to follow the fucking rules to get in. And that was what made it so cool, is they were just like, you know what? I'm willing to bet my career on the fact that me liking music like this is going to get me somewhere. And it fucking paid off. But I think also musically, it's just fun to hear some shit that you never heard. And Yachty was coming in there with that range, like that nobody was in that vocal range doing songs like that.
Was Kermit the Frog rapping?
Right, yeah. He was in the range.
But
yeah.
I always tell people, like, same with Ice Spice. I'm like, there's one Yachty, there's one Ice Spice. There is never It's because the time they came in with their tonality and everything.
Yeah, I love to break down
it's
Ice
that,
Spice,
but they try to
what it is exactly.
They try to emulate her, and it's like, don't. There's only one. She is a freak of nature.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Leave her alone. Like, because all the record labels now are like, we want a female rapper. Guys, secret. I know we've been talking a lot on this stream, but this is a secret that's going on. It's not even a secret right now, but if you guys are hip to the game of what record labels are looking for, all they want and all A&Rs want, they're like, we want a female rapper who raps about the same exact stuff that Ice Spice and all of them are rapping about. Maybe not on the same beat, but that's all they're looking for, because right now the cater to women that there can only be one. They're looking for the next one-hit wonder to get them in, get them out, get them in, get them out, and empires are very culprit of that. But
and they're signing fan bases. It's simple as that. If you build a fan base, they'll sign you.
And if you look at what's going on in the clubs now, when you DJ, if you play stuff that's twerk, girls do not twerk unless you build them to a twerk.
Oh, got it.
The way to build them to a twerk is to play that Lola Banks, to play all of that. They're mobbing. And then when they get the mob in them, they will start twerking. And that's the way the club's starting to go. So they want female rappers who are like, I want females who will rap mob to this. I want them to make that mob type Trillville. It's completely flipped to 2004, 2005, but dedicated to women rappers and stuff. It's so interesting. But this is what they're looking for right now.
I witnessed this firsthand too. A good friend of mine, she's a DJ, Jay Chalet. She came to Wildin' Out and DJ in the green room with us in there, and she was during, I think this was like 17, 18, maybe 2018. But she was DJing shit that I had never heard from women that I heard of, but I didn't know were popular. To women, and they're fucking word for wording these songs that I don't know. And I'm watching the response, and I'm like, okay, clearly I'm out of the fucking loop here. And so I asked her, I'm like, yo, what's going on, right? Like, what are these songs? How are y'all? And I just realized, like, after hearing all this shit that she played, it's like, okay, they don't have to listen to the shit that we're saying. They can listen to their version of it. So it's gonna hit even harder, cause like before it was like, okay, the beats are good, but you're not saying nothing I can relate to. Like, I can imagine being a woman listen to like pop that pussy, shake that ass, like let me put the finger in there, whatever the fuck guys be talking about, and it don't be really hitting right, but the beat hard, so they be like, well, you know, I do like that one part.
I'll throw a chica too.
Right? Cause this is what the DJ gonna play. But now it's like girls are talking that shit that they want to talk. They saying the shit that speaks to them, and ain't no guy really gonna ever be able to do that from this point on. Like, it's out the box now, so they can listen specifically to the shit that speaks to them and ignore all the other shit. So like, of course there's gonna be pockets where there's plenty of shit that like we don't understand is going on, but when it hit me, that shit hit me like a brick, bro, because I was just like, oh, there's a whole nother bag over here of shit going on.
Like, and that's why
missed the memo.
That's why I love DJing at TYS, because I figured out the formula. Like, after a while, I was like, I can't play twerk, so, like, because Meg Thee Stallion and everything was hot, but Meg and all of them are not really hot no more. It's the whole mob.
What you mean mob?
Like, they want Glorilla, they want Lola Banks, they want all of that. So you have to build them with that before you get them to twerk now.
Oh, you mean like
they want to be out there? They want to be
shit.
They want to be chanting and mobbing, and the guys, like, I love Glorilla. Most of her music, I love Glorilla.
She's fire.
90, like, because I'm like, Glorilla's teaching in her songs. And
like,
I'm
how?
like,
This is where we're at.
Listen to what Glorilla says in her songs, where she's like, I'm not going to do this for this nigga. This nigga ain't going to have me do this,
Oh,
blah,
nah,
blah,
yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah.
fact.
And it's like,
Listen to
go ahead, girl. You right. Don't be like that. Like, don't do that. And I love that, because what Glorilla is saying is legitimately for real women empowerment, as opposed to I'm going to pop my ass and shake and he going to eat me upside down. So that's why I fuck with Glorilla. And like, Lola Banks is like, don't play. I fuck with Lola Banks.
And it's a line, where
I'm like, tell that bitch don't play with it. Why should she play with it?
Why should you play with it after she just said don't play with it?
Exactly. Sometimes you got to square up. That's life sometimes. No, but you know, I like that type of stuff as a man, because I'm like, I'm supporting you by loving this, and I love it too. You know, and the Whiskey Way, he says women are empowered right now while male rappers are crying over beats. And that's and that legitimately is what's happening. And but I'm okay with men showing that they're emotional about things, but some things is like, y'all are bitch made as fuck.
There's clearly a pocket where something can exist where it's not crying over beats, and it's not, I'm gonna murder everybody I see.
It's called
like,
emo.
There's gotta be
There's
gotta be a space in between. I'm looking for where this is gonna evolve.
I feel emo's not bitch made.
Yeah, emo.
Unless you're talking about your mom did something.
Because you kind of do it on purpose.
Unless you being a bitch.
You're being a trope.
But like, with I'm okay with men being emotional and rapping all of that
For
stuff
sure,
and
yeah.
doing that stuff, but it's like some of it is just like you're a bitch. Like why are you like yo, she wanted to leave you. Cool.
My submission.
That's just a perfect example of this.
No, it's like she wanted to leave you. You're hurt. Cool. You can say that, but
Yeah.
like let's move on. Like a little like come on, man. Like
some growth.
I'm a man too. It's happened to me 650,000 times. It happened to you one time and you 45 years old and you holding on to that same thing from like stop, bro. Like stop.
Heal, brother. Heal.
Yeah. And that's
You deserve better, King.
and like
Hold your crown up
like
high.
I hate I've so I'm gonna tell y'all this. I've never downloaded Super Gremlin. The reason why I think it's the most bitch made, one of the most bitch made songs ever.
Whoa. For what reason?
Just because of what he's saying, it's like, bro, you talking about Jack Boy. You talking about Jack Boy.
Okay,
That was
yeah,
so
yeah.
many years ago.
Be strong, my brother.
We used to be superstars, and here we were Jack and Carl, and now I'm not safe from you. Like, come on, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, but I get
When you
he's-
when you contextualize it like that, but hey, when he said, I be rapping multitasking, being a little daddy to my little children. I was like, hey, come on, my son, this young as fuck. I was going hard to that.
I
shit.
get
like
it.
that part.
I get it. It fits for different people and stuff. But like with that, I'm understanding.
The beat
he's
crazy.
He's talking about his life. He's talking about the past and things like that. But I'm just like, this song ain't for me to turn. Like, it's not a turn up song to me. But everybody's turning up to it, and I'm like, I just don't like it.
I feel like that happens with a lot of songs. Like Who I Smoke is one of them joints.
But I fuck with Who I Smoke.
Yeah,
but
where
I'm,
it's like,
I'm crazy.
What are we turning up about right now?
See, I know what we are turning up
What
about.
are we turning up for right now? This is clearly not okay. But the beat hard.
Turn it up for
So,
music reviews.
The reason why
everybody drink.
See,
Come on now, come on.
everybody who turns up to Who I Smoke, don't fuck with them. They're all crazy. So every time I saw it, I was like, you one of me?
I see you.
Yep.
And your crazy ass.
Yep. That's a real one right there.
Got you.
This nigga's crazy.
All the crazy people, put your hands up.
So,
Song is for you.
It's a test.
but yeah. I don't know what we talking about anymore.
What were we talking about? How did we get down this rabbit hole?
We doing more
Women
reviews?
empowerment.
Women empowerment. He said I'm helping women.
No.
Playing their songs for them.
No, I love what's going on, but there's a lot of women. Just be careful. Don't go and be a type. Don't try to be Ice Spice. Don't try to be her tone. Don't try to do any of that. Ice Spice is one of a kind. Yes, you can do drill. You don't have to do it like her. Yes, you can do rap. You don't have to be like Glorilla. Glorilla got big and Glorilla will always be big because Glorilla has uniqueness. Her voice.
And that's just natural. A lot of people, honestly, too, I think if artists are still in here trying to figure out like why this didn't happen or that didn't happen, a lot of the times, like it's the natural shit that you were given that makes you stand out, that gives you the ability to cut through a lot. And then the people that have similar voices to other people have very difficult times because as soon as I hear the song, I'm like, oh, you sound like Uzi. Oh, you sound like Post Malone. Oh, you sound like Tory Lanez. Like it's now that's gonna always be on you, and it's not even really your fault. As soon as you put auto tune on your shit, you sound like them. So it's people that sound unique, like a voice like Glorilla on a petite woman. That's who's gonna.
And then she's teaching,
nobody's gonna try to do that on purpose.
And she's teaching, like, guys.
I keep
for
thinking
real,
about like geometry when you say that.
no, for real. But listen to what Glorilla is saying. Like, it's like she's teaching you the streets. She's teaching you the streets from a woman's perspective, but also she's teaching you how to survive as a woman in the streets. And it's fire. It is fire, man. Like y'all are all gonna listen to Glorilla on a different level now and be like, because when you popping shit, you went to school for chiropractic. Like it's like, all right, girl, go ahead. So and then you will start seeing why women are turning up so hard to her and Lola Banks and stuff because it's like, yo, scream it out loud, like for real. Like I'm glad that y'all got this voice.
I don't
it's
think
fire.
I'll ever know unless they tell me. But I do know when they fucking go up to that shit, I just love seeing it because it's never been like that. It's always been like that, ironically. Like a Waka Flocka song come on and
Yeah.
a bunch of girls start moshing. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, you know, they lit, like, ironically, because they could be getting hurt right now if it was a bunch of guys here. But for the most part, the dance floor has been for men. So, like, this new energy is
And
great.
now men are sitting on the sidelines. Women are
Crying.
mobbing. Women are doing all kind of stuff. And men
on
on
the
the
sideline
sideline. Play
crying.
that NBA YoungBoy about his emotional.
Transformation.
And I'm okay with it, but it's just like you guys.
Substance does get overlooked. A lot of popular music is not substance music. Like if you
Yeah.
think about when you get on Netflix, like what movies do you watch? Do you watch documentaries or do you watch guns and shit blowing up and comedy? Like it's like most popular mainstream music, and I mean that given that's what you're going for, most popular mainstream music is junk food. Like it's not organic, it's not shit, like, you know what I mean? It's organic music that's fucking processed and sustainably sourced is more expensive, and not everybody wants that.
That's
but
a perfect
Free
algorithm.
range.
Like that's a perfect allegory. What
That's
is
your free range comedy.
forget the word for that.
allegory, right?
Metaphor.
Metaphor. Shit.
But yeah,
I'm
like,
using a bigger word for
Allegory is a story.
Yeah.
it's a McDonald's on every corner of every street of every city in America. And that's why a lot of the artists that are spewing bullshit, quote unquote, are getting to the front of the internet, because like the people that have media positions, what kind of stuff is going to get people's attention. And so you want to get the
Analogy.
eyeballs in. Analogy.
Or metaphor.
There it is.
They're the same thing.
Thank you, Mox AR,
Let's go.
with the drum rella.
Smart people are in the chat and not on the couch. Let's go.
We've been talking for like 30 minutes now.
But yeah. Like that's just a symptom of the market, of how it is. It doesn't really matter. Like it doesn't mean anything about you specifically. If you're making music, trying to figure out why. Like it doesn't.
Yeah. You will.
Yeah.
You will.
You'll get there.
You'll get there.
All right.
Yeah.
Great segue.
That
for
was
some music.
JVS the World. That was JVS the
I
World
hope he
song.
gets all of those notes.
That's another drink.
That was
that's another drink.
that was the review for his song
Yeah, that
2 by 2.
I was gonna say, I remember this. If we're talking about mosh pits, I remember this time my sister was dating this guy, and he was like a black belt. And so, like, do you remember Earth Day Birthday when they would get all the big rock? Like, and
Earth Day Birthday still goes on.
Oh, does it? Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
yeah.
So I remember like back in the day, and so I'm like in
That's
the
Swanee,
I'm
right?
like, I'm gonna get into this fucking pit, and here we go. And I look, and he's in the middle of the pit, laying motherfuckers out, just
With
with
fucking-
fucking legs going over, flipping. He's doing full on black belt jujitsu, and I'm like,
son.
shit.
There's
I'm not going in the pit.
There's a video I posted where the dude just went in the pit and he was getting everybody on the sidelines like beating their ass, and I was like, this dude just wanted. And then one dude grabbed him and just like body slammed him, and like you could tell he just kind of reset himself and he kind of calmed the fuck down. I was like, oh my god.
He started
Jujitsu in the mosh pit is
reverse forearms and shit on people, man.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Not so those pits I don't
real
touch.
time.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Yeah,
what
I have a scar right here from the mosh pit.
Oh,
from
shit.
Power Man 5000 Earth Day Birthday.
Was it a wall of death?
No, it was just
just a regular.
Oh, just
hit.
as fast as you can.
Bro just wanted to commit assault. Yeah, just a
Yeah,
friendly assault.
Just wanted, it's
Just a
we're all
friendly
friends here,
assault
right?
amongst strangers. You know?
So the Ski Mask, the Slump God is probably one of the most craziest, amazing shows I've ever witnessed. And shouts out to Puya, who's going to be at Beecham. And I know
Oh,
that
yeah,
show's
yeah.
about to be fucking insane.
I
But
seen him perform. He's great.
Ski Mask, when he came out, he said everybody create something in the middle. Everybody go to the left. Everybody go to the right.
Wall of death.
When the beat drop,
Everybody meet in the middle.
oh my
Everybody
God.
tackle each
Wall
other
of
in the
death.
middle.
I thought people died. Like
Yeah.
it was. I was like, are they really? I'm all the way up in the top because I was like, there ain't no way. Because literally,
Like,
we're in the
looking through your
Beecham.
eyes, like I'm not.
No, we're in the Beecham. The entire bottom floor was a mosh pit. Like there was not nobody moshing. There was you had to be upstairs to not be moshing. And I was like, yo, this is the craziest stuff I've ever seen. It's crowd surfing, wall of deaths, circle pits. I was like, rap?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Rap?
Yeah.
That's how it's getting down.
But I was
It's
like,
this
this
whole-
is beautiful.
Yeah.
If you want energetic music, that's the crowd that you gonna get.
Some
it
of the
from.
best shows I've. That's why I always tell people, I'm like, if y'all have never been to like Ski Mask in them, you can tell they've been to rock shows. Oh yeah. Go to death metal shows. Go to black metal shows.
Fucking one of my favorite shows was Horse the Band at Back Booth when they definitely sold like twice as many tickets as they legally should have. That place was fucking packed. And you remember the old Back Booth where it had the ledge?
Yeah.
Oh,
Motherfuckers
yeah.
are coming into the pit from there. Just like,
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, I was in that pit. It was.
Oh my
it was
God.
There's particularly like they were the first like we're gonna write beastly breakdowns, and so you could expect like everyone just kind of standing around like waiting for that time, like oh shit, here it comes,
Shirt off,
and then
sweating.
just boom, like that. And then 3 minutes later we're like, all right, cool, next song. How's everybody doing? Water? No?
Are we
Okay,
alive?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it again.
Shouts out to Marks Arella. She talking about Rico Nasty.
Rico
every
Nasty.
girl,
I love Rico Nasty.
every
live.
girl with dreads asked me to play Rico Nasty.
Next level.
That's a type.
Yeah. Every girl that has dreads is like, you got any Rico Nasty?
Yes, baby, I got you.
Can you play that Rico Nasty? I'm like, how do you? Okay.
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 Whiskey
She's
Way is
fucking
the
fire
kind of
live.
I can
If you haven't
imagine-
seen Rico Nasty live, you guys see her live. She's amazing.
All right.
I can imagine Whiskey in a mosh pit.
I was signed out.
He could stand his own.
Let me sign back in. You guys got to stall.
Damn, you've been talking so long. Google signed your ass out. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
We'll get to reviews, guys. I mean, y'all in the chat room, y'all might as well ask. Okay, we're ready. All right.
Who said, clearly you got some other shit going on, bro. We gonna come back
You're
to you.
doing something else.
All right. Yeah. Shouts out to Google Security.
Nick
Right?
says that's
we
another
were about
drink.
to play a song, and then we went into another tangent after talking about how many tangents we went on.
The tangent was about us.
The
talking
tangent was about
tangents.
tangents. Man, that's crazy.
No, but everybody in the chat room.
Patiently waiting.
Not for real. Everybody in the chat room, any question y'all have about the music industry, this is the perfect time to ask.
Tangentception.
Just like as you see our personality sitting here on the couch, like we are open books, and so just ask any question that you have about anything that you think about when it comes to the music industry, so we can tell you about it. That's really what we're here for. Yes, we're here to do reviews, but we're also here to talk to
And have tangents.
Yeah, I kind of got a sense of that.
This man's actively on a syndicated show.
Boom. Ask him a question.
That's true.
You know, I don't do anything. I just do this as a hobby. Let me see.
No, I
You know,
seen you live, and it's more than a
and
hobby,
then-
brother.
And then this is a mastering engineer, so it's just like master engineer, professor, guitar player. Nobody knew he played guitar, but
One day I'll send the song that I've been working on over the last 3 months. Maybe.
songwriter. You know,
Maybe.
So
went back to playing guitar.
literally any question about any aspect of the industry, ask. This is the perfect time. And while y'all think about that, we're gonna get into this Cosmo J song. Who has been patiently waiting?
This is true.
Shouts out to Fade and Wolf.
They going in.
Tendentia.
Oh,
Tangentia. Ancient Society.
The anime.
this man is deep into history. I've never even heard of this.
Tangentia.
All right, so Faden
Ancient
sent
Society.
me. So Faden Wolf sent me a novel, and all I've seen is Eclipse and Goldlink.
Read the whole thing.
So no. So I wonder if
dare
Faden
you.
knows that I manage Eclipse, who is his inspiration.
Oh, well, look at that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get to what he says. He probably didn't even say he was an inspiration. I just saw his name in here, and I was just automatically assumed that he was an inspiration. Whatever. All right. So let's check this out. He said,
And if I got you, I'll follow up on that when we get to the next thing.
He said, a big thanks ahead of time from the feedback for you guys and your viewers. I'm looking to get my production creativity out of my bedroom and into the online world to generate online audience and fan base. A lot of major influences right now include Dilla, shouts out to Dilla, rest in peace. Madlib, shouts out to Madlib. Oh man, if you go down a Madlib rabbit hole, your whole day is just sex after that. Like, Premier Beats pissed me off after a while. RZA, shouts out to RZA. Eclipse, who I manage, Eclipse comes to the stream all the time.
It's to hang out and
And
be
he hangs out.
Eclipse.
Yeah, and Eclipse is the biggest bullshitter. I'm gonna ruin him as your influence.
Don't keep reading. Keep reading.
Eclipse, if he's in this chat room or if he listens to this later, he owes me them hands. He need to fade me on
Shots
sight.
fired.
Nah, and he lives like 30 minutes away. I'm gonna go to his house and fight him.
That's a lot of gas.
Just off principle.
You gonna get on the expressway, or you gonna drive the regular way?
No, I'm gonna drive. I'm a speed.
You gonna speed?
Yeah.
But are you gonna get on the expressway and pay for that ass?
I'm taking all the tolls.
Got it. Okay.
And then I'm gonna give him a bill afterwards.
There's a paywall behind
Yep.
his ass whooping. He gonna get it.
Nah, but I saw him what 2 weeks ago. I saw him 2 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, he was at the.
Yeah, he was at, and I was like, I just want to fight you.
Your face just makes me want to fight you.
Yeah, just because it's like we just need to fight. This is the only way I know how to express myself.
Yeah, that's fair. I know people like that.
So, shouts out to Eclipse. But he said Eclipse, Gold Link. I've done shows with Gold Link before. Gold Link's
Uber
cool.
hands.
Yeah. Uber hands. Yup. Hey, brand new business. Shouts out. You pull up with the AR with the drum. Shouts out to Mozzarella.
Oh man, that's a good one right there. Goddamn.
Shouts out to my man said he's inspired by Evil Needle, man. Shouts out to Evil Needle, Geotheory. Geotheory's old school. Shouts out to Geotheory. Sango. Shouts out to Sango. That's the homie. Entourage, Knowledge, Ab Joe. Ab Joe's the homie. And Styles Davis. Shouts out to Styles Davis. He said, my technique includes sampling and different VST layers, all done in FL Studios with the Alesis MIDI keyboard, which I have right over there, and an Akai MPD 26. I'm looking to sharpen my layering skills and to add more depth and volume to my tracks, as well as learning mastering. And being a better keyboard player so I can drop some original chords and not have to sample too much. Learn music theory. I appreciate your team and for what you do for all the independent artists. Stay blessed. Thank you so much for that, man.
Thank you.
Music theory
Nice.
will help you with chords.
Yeah. And talking to Nick.
Yeah, and Nick in the chat room.
Nick in the chat.
Join our Discord.
Join the Discord. Yeah.
All right, let's check this one out. It's called, I don't know, it's called Ryoki.
Don't try to pronounce that.
Nah, yes. It's Japanese. I don't know. Let's listen to
Don't
it.
even do it, teaser.
I already hear the Mad Lib. If that snare, oh my God, I can't wait to hear the snare. There it is.
That's true. Is that right? She's sipping one way and yeah, I swear I get her wetter. My new but that's news on my bottoms, they is better. No, I'm not alright, but I'm all up on my channel. Just talked to your homie, she said we should be together. Gave me brand with someone say that I made her my head. If she ever call my phone, you know I got a dad. But I like that girl so much, I wish I never met her. Hello. That's true. Is that right? She's sipping one way and yeah, I swear I get her wetter. My new but that's news on my bottoms, they is better. No, I'm not alright, but I'm all up on my channel. Just talked to your homie, she said we should be together. Gave me brand with someone say that I made her my head. If she ever call my phone, you know I got a dad. But I like that girl so much, I wish
I really wish Eclipse was in the stream right now, or I wish he was here so I could just get up and start fighting him just while this song is playing, because I feel like this would be the best background music for me and him fighting. But one thing, what Whiskey Way said, the vocals are bright for such a dusty beat. They're very, very bright. And honestly, I almost want the vocals off of it, and I just want to
That's
hear
an
the beat.
Uzi vocal, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
But they're so bright for this type of beat where this beat is dusty, and it's like I feel them where it's like just make it dusty, make the vocals dusty. Don't clean them up so much to where they're super just straight high end, and that's what it is. And you're getting a lot of like the area, which is like 7K and up.
I have another note, but I'll do it after.
All right.
Yeah, if you know the song, yeah, it does seem off.
tell y'all the real reason why I want to fight Eclipse.
Finally.
I'm gonna tell because Eclipse doesn't know he's influential. A lot of stuff I hear in this is influenced by him. That Japanese vocal sample and stuff like that.
Word, okay.
That's Eclipse. Like, you can tell his influence from Eclipse.
Word.
And Eclipse is like, nah, bro, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the curse of being an artist, man. You're you.
And
You don't know who cares because you're the one doing things.
he would know who cared if he actively tried.
Oh, this is deeper than that.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying to say. Okay.
And so that's why if he
Hence
was
the ass beating.
if he was here
Yeah.
right now, y'all would just see me dumping him right back here, stomping him out.
to this highly
I tried to
influenced
save you.
sound.
Like, I could pull up Eclipse. I could pull up unreleased Eclipse stuff, and a lot of it you'll be like, okay. And you can tell he's even trying to get close to clipping the snare and
that's-
stuff like
yeah.
Eclipse gets. And it's, man,
Finish it out.
yeah, whatever. I just want to fight them. Man.
Yeah, whatever.
あれっていわゆる恋人同士のイチャイチャシチュエーションじゃない
That sample is hard. Yeah.
Yeah, Eclipse probably used this sample.
I have one note. There's a low frequency whoosh that comes in after the snare. And not that that's a bad thing. It's actually pretty cool to the effect, but it might be like, I don't know, 3 to 5 decibels too loud. And so on a sound that low, like that sounds in the very lows. It's like in like the 30 range. So when you get to that range, like it's going to resonate everything. So when that snare hits, this entire room just goes, oh, and it's like everything shakes. So just fix your very lows. It might be something that like whatever system you're mixing on, doesn't actually go down that low. So you're not actually hearing it while you're like setting it up. So you might need to, take it down to other systems, something big, something that you can really hear the very low frequencies to get those corrected. That's my only note.
One way to get around that I just found out through doing a lot of Afrobeat type stuff, when it comes to snare specifically, if you have access to the sustain and the decay of your snare, you can actually roll out your certain parts of the snare by playing with how much of it is playing. So like if you have a snare sample and it's got this hit in the beginning and it tails off all the way over here, you might be able to take the sustain down a little bit. That's sort of like bringing your tail down and then tapering off your actual transient, which might take some of those lows out without having to actually use the EQ. And it also makes your snare hit harder because there's less of it.
It's huge
to listen to.
Yeah.
So maybe play around with some of that, and that might get you, and that definitely doing that gets you more sharpness in your attack. So you might even be able to get away with it doing that.
You're gonna find that actually that's the basis for like literally how compression works too.
Word,
is the ability to control. That's
Before you compress, if you do that,
like, that's
then
what
you
your
won't have
attack
to.
does. It lets it skip how long before the compressor hits. But another thing, actually, that reminds me of it's called transient designers. You should be able to look up something called a transient designer. There's a handful of companies that make them, and they basically divide the transient into something you can control, and then the sustain into something you can control. There's an SPL one that's kind of mid, and then the new one is, I think the company is Smack, and they make Smack Attack, and that one's really good. So have a look at that, and then that would be able to control what I was talking about too, that whoomp kind of sound that comes after. You could control that on the sustain for sure.
Yeah.
But yes, envelopes do it too. They're all kind of in the same realm of like that. What's it called? Attack, sustain, decay, release. Those 4 settings and how they control how sound works. So
Yeah, and if you're not doing that already, if that's not already your envelope design, like that's something that you could use to get around having to use your EQ and your compressors. Because I had to learn that the hard way. I spent so much time trying to compress the shit out of stuff and trying to EQ the shit out of stuff, and it was just like all I had to do was move this down and take this off, and I could have completely went away from that. And it doesn't squash your sound, like you get to keep the full presence. So that's something that if you're not already doing that could help.
It's amazing how much time-based sounds are actually affect frequencies.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, if you have a boo-boo computer, it saves you the processing. Yeah, that's another thing I came into contact with the last laptop I had. I had a boo-boo laptop. It was a 2015, so it was like kind of starting to crap out. And that's what got me really good at using stock Ableton because I couldn't really put a lot of plugins on stuff. I had to try to finish the whole track without a lot of stuff. And I just started finding new ways to get around things that I was doing wrong, that I didn't even realize I was doing wrong. So addressing the sound design issue at the most basic level can really help you out with your end goal. Somebody mentioned like the hi-hats. They were saying the hats could have been real versus that could have been another thing that you use a transient designer or something to like really tighten up those hats and make them short and make them like really, they can sound that way, or you can EQ them different. Like there's a lot of different ways you can play with transients that could give you a whole different sound.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You got anything? Other than still wanting to be...
No, I talk too much. I was letting y'all
digging the tune though. Yeah, and the Uzi vocal over that was a good contrast.
Because I was like, if I play a clip, you get like...
We about to go in the bag.
No, it's a clips. Like, it's clips right here. Like,
I follow with my footsteps like the flicks. I shoot like on my tongue, I chop up bullets, make them shit. Like I'm black, no fellow, man, the best is sippin'.
see why I want to fight him?
Oh yeah. Let me know when you do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with you.
You would jump him with me?
I'll go with you.
All right.
That snare, yeah.
Double stomp him.
Yeah.
Like
I got you. If he start winning,
Condo like the pharmacy, I got codeine in my fridge. I don't wanna spin it slow, breaking like bitch.
man, and then I got more.
that's filthy.
Like, come on, man.
We're gonna start a fund to pay for the tolls to go to his house.
Party with Barbies and drillers. The kid back mad on the spinner. I see enough man just run for my niggas. How to talk about dingers,
So
fake
much-
dingers. Ain't be cool, not a dinger. My little
Like him just bullshitting. And this is why I want to fight him.
Niggas broke
Q&A
Thank you
club.
with that swag shit, that sticky post online. He don't never be outside with it. Meanwhile, we still round off X pills, trying blind some shit. See you slime, but you ain't one of my kind if you ain't go round with it. I'm talking about sliding all day and night, ain't no tired shit. Niggas BCIs got some real cheesy. I do not see ride. I see decock to your street, I'll make you pour a tea out. And I'm hitting my little.
I mean,
Yo,
oh, okay, I already did that one. Let's not.
ESTG on a boom bapper. Come on.
He didn't say anything. First rule Fight Club. He didn't say anything. Said nothing about Fight Club.
All right.
Yeah, there's something there for sure.
I wrote the contract for this one.
Yes, who always seem to show me that they never real. Why do people try to dig up secrets that nobody's trying to conceal? Nobody knows what they're doing, but charge you like amateurs really deserve a meal. Too many people projecting emotions on me that I do not get paid to feel. This isn't music for you to go bump into when you've been trying to find a way. These are the evils that weigh on my heart that a therapy session don't take away. This is the side of McCedar that makes you unconsciously walk up and lock the safe. Everybody think they know.
Ah, man, come on.
Q&A beats up Eclipse Club.
Skirt my priority should have been you. Yeah, I got on, I was on. I'm alone. Oh,
He just doesn't know
He doesn't know what.
how influential he is.
He just doesn't know. Period.
No guy cold, love blind though.
He was at Dreamscape. Yeah, he
Just
was.
me like you used to, girl. Want me like you used to.
Man, it's just.
Fuck you, baby.
Fun, beautiful down.
Man. Alright, last one. It's like the Japanese samples and shit.
They tryna be crazy. She wanted me tight.
But yeah, Eclipse sucks.
Plus
His
12
mixes are
kick.
crazy.
He just clips everything. Eclipse.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything is clipped.
It's a beautiful clip though.
It is.
That's the thing. Is like when you learn how to clip properly, I guess is the way you would say
Yeah.
it. Like if you can clip and make it beautiful, then you have more headroom than everybody.
This is true.
Yeah, that's
From
gor-
a
it's fucking
absolute
gorgeous
physics
mix.
standpoint, it is 100% true. You get more from clipping. Yep.
All right.
We got what, 2 left?
Yeah, 2 left.
Cool.
So we got J Kim. I think J Kim is still in the chat
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
We got J
Hopefully.
Kim, and then after that, the last one would be Ryan Murph,
All right.
which would be ultra sexy. So let's get into this one by J Kim. It's called Mouth, it's produced by me. I don't know if that's like the artist name is me or
Yeah.
if it meant like it's produced by him.
He said he didn't type a note.
Produced and wrote, just looking for opinions on ways I can improve in the mix. Okay, we can do that.
Sick.
Cool. I think in his note he said just need feedback on the mix. All right, guys, rip it apart.
Let's do it.
Rip it completely
Let's
apart.
shit on it.
Talk about every single frequency he's missed.
Okay.
Take off
Garbage.
these dumb regrets. These just are my new best friends. You can hit me with the obvious. Try to play for the audience, but you wanted me. You were all I need, but now I'm done. Stick around, baby. You don't get it now.
But you wanted me, you were all I need. But now I'm done, stick around, baby, you don't get it now. Toss me a little more drink, cause I just been moving on it. Nah, man, this shit is on me. Like who the fuck got they hold on me now? Around with the dirtiest taste in my mouth. Fuck around and get honest to me. Had some friends who didn't love me back then. Yeah, I was dropped out at 15. Went to college, dropped out at 16. I told my parents I'ma work this shit out. Fighting with you in my house. It didn't mean what you did, but I guess he never worked that shit out. Goddamn, how the fuck did we get here? Lifetime passed by in a damn year. All the shit went by, man, I feel alone. I can't even wake up till I get a phone. But you wanted me, you were all I need. But now I'm done, stick around, baby, you don't get it now. But you wanted me, you were all I need. But now I'm done, stick around, baby, you don't get it now. Toss me a little more drink, cause I just been moving on it. Nah, man, this shit is on me. Like who the fuck got they hold on me now? And I still walk around with the dirtiest taste in my mouth. Yeah. I'm needing back what I'm supposed to be. Blink twice and flash and grow up in weeks. One time for those who showed up for me. Shot stealing again cause they held my feet down. Fuck depression and how to get up and rebound. While you bottling feelings, I won't speak now. Put the pressure on me and I won't break down. Tell your loved ones we gon' be senile anyway. Find a space you can breathe out every day. Find people you can be yourself around. Said you only wanna see me touch the ground. You don't feel me, I promise to come around. It won't kill me, so I won't shut it down. You got tips and you call me at sundown. You won't hit me in the night with the runaround. Way, my heart's out of day. I keep my comments to myself. Just put you away. My heart's out of day. I keep my comments to myself. Just put you away. My heart's out of day. I keep my comments to myself. Toss me a little more drink, cause I just been moving on it. Nah, man, this shit is on me. Like who the fuck got they hold on me now? And I still walk around with the dirtiest taste in my mouth. Toss me a little more drink, cause I just been moving on it. Nah, man, this shit is on me. Like who the fuck got they hold on me now? And I still walk around with the dirtiest taste in my mouth.
I hate the ending
Why?
because give me the
Oh, just as a single line instead of as an echo.
Yes,
Yeah.
give me and fade me out.
Yeah.
Let me down softly
Why you want the fade?
because I want the sex.
Catch the fade.
I want the after effect where you're reminiscing about. Damn,
yeah.
that was a good song.
The single line.
I
of
think the hard outs make you want to push play again.
No, I think the hard outs make me be. Yes, it can. Yes. Yes, the dick outs can make you feel. Let me stop. Yes, it can. But in this sense, in this particular song, I personally would want like the
clean,
like let me down
true,
softly.
yeah.
There's some songs where when it stops, I'm like, fuck, replay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll start replaying it before it gets to the end. This song is one of those, it feels pop, so you want it to go out
Does
and
it
then you want
start
it to
with
hit.
that riff?
I don't know. Let's see.
Because if it did, you could make an awesome loop.
These
out of
just
it.
my new, these stormy guys. These just my
No.
new
It
guys.
starts with keys.
Yeah.
No, yeah. But if it just went to
It came in, yeah,
and
good.
I'm saying just fade it out at
Yeah.
the end. That's like straight. Like damn, I just went through
look
that.
who's here.
Maseo, shouts
What's
out to
up?
the homie. But that I won't.
I'm gonna jump
first.
all over this.
Y'all-
so
y'all
I'm gonna let
go,
you
yeah.
guys go.
I'll go after.
Okay.
He asked
Oh.
for comments on the mix, so that's you,
Oh,
right?
no, okay. Well, then let me go first because I was going to say, because I was going to talk about the mix. You go first then. What were you going to talk about?
I think
I wanted to hear what he was going to say.
I think that this. I don't really think that the mix is horribly bad. I actually think that it's the master that's making the mix suffer a little bit more than it should. I think the goal for this might be a little bit too much towards loudness. In which case, if you're going to put on streaming, don't worry about it. Like loudness is, if you're going to make it loud enough, streaming's just going to turn it down. The other thing too is because you're kind of like pushing like an output limiter or maybe an output compressor. One of the side effects is that it kind of pulls up like the low mids, which in this song are Spotify will turn it down 5 decibels. Yeah. Which means that you're at which means that this song is depending on which Spotify, this is like 7 LUFS, which I was thinking 6 LUFS. But as you build your output compressor, one of the side effects is that it's going to push the low mids, and so the biggest like area of like kind of frequency fighting I'm hearing is those low mids. One side effect that it does do is I really like your vocals with like a little bit of low mid boost. It makes it sound like very full and in your face. But then the side effect is that like the kick kind of gets a little bit lumpy and it doesn't feel as tight as it could with that. It should have a really nice kick to it, and it's nice, but there's a lot of extra stuff going on in there. And I feel like that could either be taken, like you could go to the mix and like do like a little notch filter and cut those, or you could just back off the compressor on the master just a little bit. No, don't take low mids out of the vocals. The vocals sound really good with those low mids in them. It's kind of everything else, like top into the kick, maybe like 150 to 300 range. Might be like that range where it's just, there's a lot going on in there. And then with the compressor, everything's just kind of squishing. Nothing on the master, just loud. Yeah, it's Logic compressed. So you might have to just take everything back just a little bit on the mix and just kind of let it naturally blend. Honestly, that would be the best thing to do that because you could go back in on mastering and put those things back in. So you're just doing a hot mix then, which is cool. That's cool. Just be aware of that. But there's a lot. I would say like, yeah, that Logic compression is kind of really tightening things up. I think Whiskey said something about it too. And I would say, like, you could go, this could be like a solid -8 to -9 LUFS, and it would help it breathe just a little bit. But you might have to go back and add those low mids to the vocals to really warm them back up because it'll kind of take away from there.
So, shouts out to Alex. Good shit. What I was about to say was I felt like his vocals were pushed up way higher than everything else. Just to kind of compensate, but I felt like he needed to be embedded within the beat. Like the guitar didn't feel like it was around; it felt under.
Right.
Everything felt under.
Yeah.
But his vocals sound like they were in the perfect range. Like they were up there. They were smashed up there.
Yeah.
but still felt like everything was just designed around vocals and not around instruments in the beat, and not like he was trying to implant himself in the beat.
Well, and then that squishing like kind of just made the guitar just be like very secondary. Yeah.
And it sounded like the whole instrument side of it was secondary.
Yeah.
It was just squished. It was down in the bottom. It wasn't complimenting him.
Yeah.
And I was just going to be like, go remix it and actually do something with the guitar. Maybe throw the guitars a little bit over to one side and then do this with the drums and that type of stuff. That way the guitar can have its existence 70, 85% in the right side and a little bit side in the left side. But you can make it glow. You can make it be bright. You can make it be present there. And then your vocals sit straight in the middle.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to. I think if you back off that, like your overall volume, you're gonna find that you have space for it. I think everything's so pushed against the ceiling right now that it's like you're having to make those choices, but you kind of don't have to make those choices. You could just pull them down, and then suddenly you have space for the guitar.
In your mix, none of your faders should be at 0. They should all be negative.
Maybe.
When you say nothing on the master, do you mean like
Nothing
just
on the
dry
master chain.
like no limiter or anything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, you got a lot of room to play with.
Yeah. I mean, stereo image. There's some stuff that you could. I think the potential for it's there. I think it just everything's so slammed that like things are like, well, I don't have any more space to be here, so I'm just gonna leave.
It seemed like all his like if you looked at a mix, like a whole mix, it seems like all his faders are plus.
If your faders aren't all at plus 12, what are you doing?
Yeah,
honestly,
but it seems like no, because it seems like the instruments may be like plus 2, plus 3. His vocals may be like plus 8, plus 9, and it seems like everything is just plus. And then when it hits the master, it's all there, and he's just like, oh, maybe I'll do a .-1 limiter on the
overdue treatment. Yes. Yeah. If you're not putting distortion on every single track, no, I'm kidding.
So
redlining equals headlining.
Yep.
Since you said you produced it,
how is it 113 track
My
outs?
guy.
What the fuck did you do?
That's fucking awesome. I'm here for it.
What is it? Whoa.
I love high track count
What
songs.
kind of computer do you have?
Like, why?
I love high track count songs.
Combine them. There was not that much going on for it to be 113.
Including
Somebody said where? Yeah, exactly.
this is
Like,
including
where?
auxiliaries too.
There was
right?
only like what 12 sounds.
Exactly.
Like where did you get 113 tracks
It's like
from?
he did the whole diagonal recording.
Oh, yeah.
He did the whole he recorded one line at a time.
So you put everything on a different track and process it separately. And
You need to use the function
Consolidate.
I wish I could see it too. I really wish I could see it too.
I love high track counts, but the
yeah.
big thing is like it should like you should have more auxiliaries than you have audio tracks. So like that's how you know. Like you're doing parallels, running parallels. A good parallel compression might help those guitars.
Alex,
Yeah,
Each note has its own track.
Peter recorded an entire orchestra with less tracks.
I know, but this is the modern age.
Orchestra.
Man.
I love high track
Orchestra.
count.
30-something different instruments with less tracks than that.
Hey, look, your process is your process. What I was going to say is, since you produced it, I can comment on this. I think a lot of mix issues kind of disguise themselves because they're actually production issues. So you might be able to, in your production, move some of the stuff. I look at mixes as sort of like up, down, and back and front. So it seems like your vocal and your counter vocal are in the same exact place. Like you could take some of your high end out of your counter vocal. You could take your guitar and, like he was saying with auxes, like you could throw things to auxes and send them in the back and turn them down.
Yeah.
So then you have like your wall, like that hit that when the hook comes in, the wall that comes in is great. It's all a lot of energy there. But if some of the things were to the back, then your vocal could have that pocket, that space that we were looking for, where it would make everything else kind of sound like it has its space specifically, and it's not all clashing with each other. And then when you do something in the master, and it just makes it all beautiful and bright and fucking high end,
Sexy.
fucking sexy, on the harmonics and everything. So I think you might be able to take some things that that you're trying to have, because that's one issue I think I have too a lot is I want to have everything be loud and you can hear everything.
Yeah.
But actually, when you're listening to something, that's not what's really happening. It's just it's a pocket for it specifically that was created, whether it's to the left or to the right or whatever the fuck.
Let me go off of his last thing. This definitely try to parallel compress. If you aren't parallel compressing those guitars, it will help them come out. Parallel compression, when done right, tends to lower that frequency fighting that I'm hearing, where it's like it almost disappears when everything else gets really loud. But I'll definitely keep leaning on take everything back a step. And then when you parallel compress, that's going to give a little bit of what appears to be volume. Does it mean buzz? No. So, all right.
Hey. From the top.
Yep.
This is good. This is great.
I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the little ladies' room
I love
while
this right
Alex
here.
gets into his tangent of the night.
Tangent of the night. Firing one up here. All right. No,
this is great. I love the questions you're asking.
Yeah,
I'm learning shit too.
This is fun. So parallel compression is when you take a track and then you take a duplicate. No worries. And then you take a duplicate of that track, and so you got two versions of the track. On the second version, you're gonna squish the shit out of that track. You're gonna be doing like minus 15. That's my numbers, minus 15. Some people do like minus 20. Some people do like minus 12 or 10. Gain reduction. Your needle is gonna be like, every time that loud part hits, that needle is gonna be going like nope every single time. That's part one of the compressor. Part two of the compressor is fast release. You don't want that pumping action of like every time the compressor hits. You want to just be like back. So it's going to happen heavy, but it's going to happen really fast. And I do typically use an 1176. So slammed, and then on 1176 release is fast when it's set to 7. So my trick is go to 7 and then back it off just a hair. So now you've got two versions of this track. You've got the clean whatever is going on the track, and then you've got a duplicate squished the shit out of version. Take the squished version, turn it all the way down, play the clean version, and just listen. Start turning up the squished version, and you'll start to hear kind of a tonal shift happen when it hits the right spot, and that's when it's doing its job. You don't want to push it too hard because you're going to get an effect called pancaking, because you're going to start hearing just the fucking brick-walled version. What you want to do is you want to have the natural version be the transients and be like the loud parts, and then the squish version fills in all the sustain. That's what we were just talking about. Fills in all the sustain. It fills in all the body. And then it gives everything kind of a bubble, especially when you do it through an 1176. It gives it kind of a harmonic bubble. So that the guitars then get a lot of overtones to them, and they sound really rich and full, lots of sustain, and then they tend to not fight other frequencies because there's so much harmonics in them. But yeah, try that. Your duplicate track is squashed and brought into the, yes, Ryan said it. Yeah, your duplicated track is squashed and brought into the original. It's a lot, and you can look it up. I learned on a lot of different systems, but 1176s make it super easy, and they're so harmonically pleasing. Yeah, do it on the whole guitar. Do it on the whole, like, make two versions, like, that's why I was saying everything should be an auxiliary. You should have a shitload of auxiliaries. You should have everything that is your guitar, like 10 tracks of guitars, they all feed into an auxiliary, and then just copy that auxiliary and do what I just said, squash that version of the auxiliary. Yeah, you should, that's what I just said. You should stem your stuff. Yeah, give it a shot. Look it up. There's a lot of tutorials. It's one of those things that's like when you kind of get into the realm of compression, you learn that there's other forms of compression. There's like fucking 7 different forms of compression, and this is one of them, and it's just not talked about. So, yeah. Yeah, this sounds awesome.
And at first, you can't even really hear the shit for real. Like, it takes you a while to even know what it's doing. Yeah. So it's really something you got to fool around with. You got to have time to really just only do that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you're mixing and especially when you're up in the V20s, man, oh my God, like I feel for you because you start getting numb to certain stuff. You start making changes that you did in 19 that you like now in 20, but then you did something to mix and now it doesn't sound like that anymore. And then you reference like, wait, 15, I like when it had this low end, but like I can't get the low end back how it was. Like, you just need to one day just only fuck with that specific instrument and find out what it is about the character of that instrument and where you want to put that.
Yeah.
And then go back to the overall mix probably on a whole other day. Yeah.
Refresh your ears.
Right.
Ear
Yeah.
fatigue.
Yeah, your ear's going to probably be fatigued, especially with 100 tracks to sift through.
113.
113 tracks to sift through. Like, your eyes are trying to find what you're looking for. And, like,
I did 50-something and was like, fuck this.
No, I've never, and I would never if I didn't have to.
That's exactly. I was like, fuck, never, nope. And then Ryan Murph was saying, he was like, I do 2 takes for single. Yeah, consolidate. Put them all on the same track after a bar. Like, you don't have, they can be 2. That's 2 tracks. You just told me you made 2 tracks. But you're sitting there making a track per? Hell no. Consolidate.
Facts.
There's techniques.
There was somebody else who $1 would have asked who's homie on the track on the couch.
Oh, me.
Me.
Just
just
I gotta
me
do the
and then
spiel
leave.
again.
Yeah. It's been like 6 hours.
I'm a guy. I make songs. I DJ, most notably for a show called Wildin' Out. I toured with Nick Cannon. I produced a theme song on that show. I did a remix for Beyonce. I did a remix for Ariana Grande. And I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm here to listen to songs and talk about why they suck. No, I'm just playing. But these songs have been great today. I've actually enjoyed a lot of what I heard.
Surprisingly.
I've been here I've fucking been in the comments on other days when it wasn't so good. Yeah. So yeah. Like I like
Surprisingly, they've been good today.
Y'all brought the A game today.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man. One more left. Ryan Murph. Ryan Murph has been very active. Ryan Murph, you need to keep coming back. Join our Discord, by the way. Everybody. Exclamation point Discord in the chat room. Join our Discord. It's a community. I'm gonna get into this GoNack thing. So if you guys don't know, we have an official partnership with GoNack. GoNack is going to be, it's a new streaming platform where artists can upload music and monetize their music. If you upload a song, your first song that you upload on GoNack, if you post it in our Discord, you get a free code to monetize it for free. And the minimum that you can make per play, per unique play is 5 cents.
So
I'll start you off there.
Starting at 5.
Yeah,
Way better than
starting at
anything
5 cents, guys. If you have any more questions, there is join our Discord, talk about it.
Like we asked Nick, and Nick's been on for 2 weeks now, and he's already coming up on $2.
And on Spotify, most people take a year to make $1.
Yeah. So and we're gonna we're in what we call pre-alpha
phase.
We're in smoothing the road phase with this. So the more that you hang out with us and you'll hear we're gonna get into major updates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're actually really excited. We're about to officially release some kind of roadmap in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
So that way we can actually visually see this is where this is going.
And our Discord is becoming the official community for GoNack, and then eventually we'll create a GoNack Discord and all of that stuff. This is how early it is. So guys, this is very, very early adaptation. Mm-hmm. So it's www.gonack.io. We don't have it's so new we don't even have an exclamation point for it. But you can join our Discord, talk in there. And it's insane. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk to Devastator off air about it. And he's gonna be super excited when he hears it. He's gonna be like, "Yo, that's crazy!" And it's something that is growing. Again, it is pre-alpha, so there are bugs on the website.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. But we're gonna be the official community is combining with all my homies in that Discord, so you can check it out and talk to us on there. And again, you can help support us by subscribing to us using your Amazon Prime. It does support the stream directly. If you want to get Kim paid, who has been on the offside in the background, just dealing with us, going on tangents,
dealing with us,
you can do exclamation point, get Kim paid, and get her paid directly. We don't touch any of that. That goes directly to her.
Thank you, Nick.
And Kim is still alive. It is way past our time.
Last song.
So it's the last
Yep.
song. It went to my phone.
Oh, Amp, by the way, Amp asked this question 3 times. How'd I get with Nick? So I was working at a club downtown. It used to be called Vane. It's called Celine now.
Shouts out to Vane, downtown
I was there
Orlando.
on Saturdays. So before like EDM twerk music really popped off.
Trap.
And
Where
trap.
they stole.
Dubstep.
Yeah, I was making stuff like that, like kind of just in the bedroom, posting it on SoundCloud. I made this joint called Ping Pong that's like actually still on my SoundCloud, and I was playing it. One of the guys that also spun with me, DJ Noodles, he was signed to a production deal and brought me into that production deal. And the producer that we worked with, DJ Buddha, there, he was working on an album with Nick, executive producing the album. So Nick ended up playing a lot of my remixes and stuff in his DJ sets when he was like DJing on the road and stuff.
Nick
whatever,
Cannon
whatever.
was DJing too.
Nick Cannon was like
Nick, chill.
Nick was first of all was already DJing
He
before
does
I got
too
with him.
much.
Yeah, he does a lot. He does more than all of us.
He does everything.
does more
He
than-
got
he does more than
75 kids.
Hey, that's his business.
How does he have the time? Nick
Well, you
lives in a
see,
time.
when
Nick has a
mom
time
and dad
machine.
love each other.
Nick Cannon has a time machine.
He has a hyperbolic time.
He has a time machine.
He does. He
That's
does.
the only way he can exist. I'm asking you. Does Nick Cannon have a time machine?
Not that I know of.
Because he don't have. Nick lived by 48 hours in a day.
Look, man, I've asked him plenty of questions about all of this stuff, and he's giving me answers that like are very vague but make the most sense.
Because Nick's from 2065
And it's just
plus 100.
He just really just be moving like that's
He's
how
like,
he.
he's like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
He does what? 3 shows, runs
Way more than
companies,
Yeah.
CEOs on all this. How does he have the? How is he healthy?
Look,
He's still
Vitamin
fit.
B shots into his ass every day.
He's still fit. How?
well, first of all, as a human being, like in terms of output, he's like 5 people in one. Like
I know.
his drive for putting out things and doing things and accomplishing things is on his worst day like our best.
Nobody ever sleep on Nick. Nick Cannon needs a documentary because when you look at what that man does, everybody makes jokes, but it's like he's superhuman.
Dead ass. No,
He's
I was
superhuman.
I was in the studio one night, probably
why he
like
has 300
1 a.m.
kids.
like working on some shit, and he had just got done from filming 2 shows that day, and God knows whatever else. And he got on
He
IG,
made 3 kids.
and
2.
he saw my post of me being at the studio, and was
Creating.
like, "Yo, you at the spot?" I'm like, "Yeah." He like, "All right, I'm finna come over there. Let's work on this remix." And like we cranked out a remix on the spot like at 1 a.m. after he just got done filming, hosting 2 shows
and
that
making
day.
2 kids at the same time. Both kids came out the same day. How? From the same woman, not twins.
Science. Next song.
This, first of all, everybody talk about how many kids he got. That is that man's business.
It definitely
That
is.
is that is his personal business.
I'm just saying, it takes time to do that, and I'm talking about time. It takes time to bust a nut.
Yo, what kind of show y'all got me on, man? Dead ass. Like what kind of show am I on right now? I thought we was here to talk about music.
Oh, you thought? Psych.
What y'all got me doing, man? Yo, chat. Is this how y'all get down? This your man's?
I mean,
What we doing right now, chat?
How much time it take you to?
Next song.
Hopefully that answered your question, Amp.
shout out to Amp.
That's how I got to working with Nick.
Oh, that's wild.
Actually, no. The coolest part about the story was he came to Orlando one time, and the producers that I work with introduced me to him. We went to Ono. He was DJing at Ono that night when Ono was still here, right? So
Shouts out to Ono.
he DJs at Ono. We go to the gig. Nah, you good for the question? That's a great question. We go to Ono, and another DJ gets on after him, starts playing like mad Florida shit. He's just like asking me, he's like, "Yo, what's that? What's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's Whoop. That's Pussy Nigga. Like, you don't know about that song?" He's like, "No, I never heard that." He's like, "That shit hard." So I just started telling him about like mad shit that's like going on in Florida. And so afterwards, we leave. We stop by the Waffle House, get something to eat there before he drop off at his hotel. And he just like turns to his road manager, like not even me. He just turns to his road manager, just like, "All right, yo, get his information. He gonna go on the road with us." I was like,
And that's how you knew.
okay, I got a job now, I guess. Cool.
All right.
And then, like, sure as hell, like, probably 2 weeks, a month later, he called me and was just like, yo, you good? What's good, family? I'm like, so chilling, man. What's happening? He's like, yo, I want you to come to LA. I'm like, all right, yeah, we gonna work on some music.
How?
First of all, he was just like, yo, I want you to come to LA, work on some music. Like, we booking the studio out, you know what I mean? I want you to come up there and cook up some stuff. I'm like, cool. Like, is it like a thing going on? He's like, yeah, we gonna be there for 2 weeks. I'm gonna have the studio. We gonna work on music. I'm like, bet. Don't ask no more questions. I was just excited to go to LA to work, right? And then the next time he called me to like figure out some of the arrangements, I was just like, yo, by the way, why 2 weeks specifically? He was like, oh yeah, we film a Wildin' Out every day while we doing that. And we gonna be at the studio after that. So I was just supposed to be going there to work on the studio after he is done doing a whole day of work.
All jokes aside, Nick Cannon is on the same level as P. Diddy, or maybe beyond.
And I'm sitting there watching this shit firsthand. Like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not working hard enough.
What is my life?
Clearly not doing enough.
And again, like, everybody makes jokes. Nick Cannon's a legendary. Nick Cannon is legendary, man. And they will make documentaries about him, and they're gonna stop all this whole kid. Even I was on it, but they're gonna stop all this whole kid nonsense, and they're gonna talk about Nick Cannon in such a high, on a crazy, because it's like, man, Nickelodeon, period. How did he get in that deal? Like, nobody's ever asked that question.
Well, he was the youngest comedy writer in Hollywood, period.
How did he move up that ladder? Nobody's ever dissected that.
Yeah,
he's never told that story.
No, he's definitely told that story.
He has told that story with how he moved up that ladder?
How he got from like being on
Nick Cannon is raps Chuck
from
Norris.
doing stand up to then doing all the other stuff he did, like that whole trajectory. I think he's talked about that in detail or in pieces in a bunch of other places. But
I feel you got to piece that together. That's why I'm like,
you can Wikipedia that for sure.
He needs a documentary.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If he's not doing it himself or something like that, who knows, man?
He need because it's insane, that man's work ethic. And I remember when Charlamagne, when he was going to do a radio show at like 6 a.m, Charlamagne's like, ain't no way. Because he was like, he don't have the time. And like Charlamagne, like, and when
you think
when you heard Charlamagne talk about it, he was like, how? And everybody's like, how? And he's a time traveler.
That ass. Literally though.
He has 68 hours in a day. He lives on Saturn.
I asked him this one time because I never really like see him sleep or nothing either. And everybody in the camp, they be like, yo, like, you slept? Like, you good? He's like, yeah, I'm straight. And they just like, Nick don't like sleep or whatever. And then I finally asked him one time, just like, yo, like, when do you really, like, get a chance to knock out? And he's just like, oh, on the plane. And I was like, oh, that's right. Because, like, you was in L.A., he was getting on a plane to go to school at Howard. And then he was doing his coursework at Howard and then flying back to LA to film at the end of the day.
In the same day?
In the same day.
Oh my
God.
God.
So like how you get in a car and go across town to go to work, like he gets on a plane and goes across the country to go to work.
That's
10 hours.
And then it was one time he was like, yeah, we about to go to India, we about to do this record, we doing a video, whatever. He's like, I'm looking forward to like the 14-hour flight. I'm like, oh, so you finally gonna sleep, huh? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm finna knock out 14 hours.
He just trying to mask how he is an alien, like and how he is a time traveler. I swear to God, if we look at pictures from 1922, I bet you Nick Cannon in them. Nick Cannon was probably in them trenches in World War I, ducked down with the homies rapping at him. Hey, as we go over the trench.
What kind of show y'all got me on, man? What's going on here?
Nick Cannon never sleeps, but this guy doesn't
As
either.
we rise to the top and go over the top, Nick Cannon, the way the guns pop, the way the cannons is blowing, tanks is rolling.
We also do song reviews occasionally.
From here, from time to time.
Whiskey Way.
Somebody said boo. Yo, somebody boo this nigga.
You cannot boo Nick Cannon rapping in the trenches. That's how he honed his skills. With the French and everybody over there.
Everybody boo him.
World War I.
Boo and hiss. Boo and hiss this man. for what he just
I
did.
bet. Ask Nick Cannon. I bet you he was there.
So my man's over here.
I bet you he was there though.
This is how conspiracy theories get started.
I'm gonna find a picture of a lookalike.
Nick Cannon rolled with the disciples of Jesus.
I should have left your question alone, Amp. I should have just went to the damn song.
Hey, we might need to pull up the picture. Nick Cannon might be in the back.
That one was for you, Amp.
Nick Cannon dodged
You asked that
one.
question 5 times, Amp.
Yo,
I finally answered it, and this is what we get.
I bet you Nick Cannon on the far right. I bet you in the far right of the picture with Jesus at the Last Supper. And I bet you he said, "Hey, Jesus, I got something for you. Check this out." He told him that that man was going to snitch on him. That was Nick. I'm not reading that.
I'm not reading that.
He's a time traveler. I'm gonna just say it so everybody else can pick it up, and then they'll be like, they'll talk about him.
Oh, they're going crazy with it now.
I mean, he a time traveler.
They
man.
rolling with this shit
No,
now.
because when you think about it, and really, because
When
it's
you
a respect. Because you look at his schedule, it's like, how, bro? You gotta travel time.
No, I've seen it. I've seen his schedule, and it's very much in the regular same time we have. We just not doing enough. Honestly, it's and really too, it's like it's scheduled out. Like keep it a buck, like real shit. Like,
Yeah.
everything he does all year is on a schedule.
Blocked out.
Jesus. Shouts out.
And the time that's not on a schedule is for unscheduled, specific unscheduled stuff.
Shouts out to him because I love this kind of like behind the scenes talk from third, because like I tell people about like my work with Cardi B, and I was like, I used to not care for Cardi B until I worked with her, and I was like,
Word.
yo, she's fire.
Yeah.
And like, and when every time people are like, I don't know, I'm like, hey, chill out on Cardi
Right.
B. I'm like, chill out on her. Like she's fire. Like, and
she one of them ones.
yeah, and I think we need these third parties to kind of talk about it that
Yeah,
have
for sure.
experienced it firsthand.
Well,
And
there's public image, which
Yeah.
is what they put out there, and then
Yeah.
there's like the actual like what builds
And
that public.
it doesn't
image.
help. He feeds into that shit.
I
too.
know.
I just saw a video today. Someone from TMZ asked him something about kids, and he turned and was like, "I mean, what you doing later?" She was like, "I don't know."
He
We'll
was not
see."
playing.
And it's like, bro, like, I mean, you know why they saying this stuff? It's making it worse. But he play into it. Like, he's always in on the joke. Like, any joke, honestly. Like, all the jokes that anybody has ever had about him, he started those jokes on Wild 'N Out.
I mean, he was a comedian, and I think people forget that.
Yeah, he's still a comedian every day
like-
on that show. Like,
Yeah.
he's doing all of this. Like, he's hosting, he's doing comedy, he's producing, he's executive, he's writing, he's songwriting, he's making beats,
How?
he got the same 24 hours as us, brother.
he don't.
He got the same 24 as us.
Ain't no fucking
We are
way,
in the
boy.
last song, man. We've been on the last song
We've
for
been on the
like
last
30
song.
minutes.
Ain't no Nick
And we
Cannon,
gonna be on the last song.
Nick Cannon
How
don't
much
live in New
time
York.
You got
He don't live in New York because ain't no way he traveling places
New
with
York
24 hours in a
doesn't
day.
exist in the realm. He
I mean,
exists
I guess maybe he got 27 because he in both time zones.
Yeah.
But at most 27.
He go to Australia
You gotta
every
figure
day.
it out.
Yeah, right. But at most 27.
He travels backwards so the sun never sets. He constantly be like, I gotta go to the next state, bro. The sun coming down. I gotta keep
I got a studio there.
got a studio in Mississippi. We gotta go to Nevada next.
It's high efficiency, man. It's all it is.
Yeah. All right. Shouts out to that, man.
The same reason why he's successful is the same reason we ain't played this damn last song. Is we not focused, and he is.
Yeah. That's respect. Let's get to this last one's called Body. And it's by Ryan Murph. I think he said it's not mixed.
Okay.
Is the
He
one
said
thing.
not mastered.
Oh, not mastered?
Not mastered.
Okay.
He said, "Don't judge me, guys. It's not mastered."
Okay. So let's check this one out. It's called Body. I bet you he was like, it's not mastered. I bet you this shit the most fire shit.
Mixed and mastered by Jason Joshua, Bernie Grundman and shit.
Most fire thing ever created.
Ed Jensen on the master.
How is not mastered?
Right?
It's already it's at plus 12 decibels already. Like, let's go.
Dan. He's the one that made the
You are now
I can
listening
hear
to
your body calling. Girl, the way you move, speaking to me clearly. I know what to do. Let me move to all your emotions, girl. Wanna be lost in you. Feel the warmth of all your curves on my skin, naked fucking you.
Welcome to our music
Baby
family.
girl, you got that making me wanna scream out, oh, yeah, yeah. In your legs, teasing your poo, Now bust it open, let me touch it, let me lick it, wanna fuck it. Girl, you love it when we go, yeah, yeah. Biting my neck, grabbing your throat, yeah, yeah. I beat the pussy, you say, oh, da. I'm always thugging when we fucking. Got you screaming, got you cussing. Slowly stroking while I'm blowing in your ear. Make you quiver, got you gasping out for air. Give you goosebumps and chills all down your spine. When I'm inside, make it last all night. I can hear your body calling. Girl, the way you move, speaking to me clearly. I know what to do. Let me move to all your emotions, girl. Wanna be lost in you. Feel the warmth of all your curves on my skin, naked fucking you.
Welcome to our music family.
I'm trying to make you my submissive. I'll treat your body vicious, tie you up, give you the business. Mommy, come and get this dick, and what I say be so explicit. Vulgarity intended, nasty nigga, yellow pigment. VVS has got you dripping, hit your core and get you leaking. Yo, juices I be drinking, pussy water, quench my thirst, it keep me hard to keep on freaking. A good time is what you needed. Baby, it got me thinking, take a trip to ecstasy. I'll put you on a higher frequency. Need a nigga that's gon' work your body all night. Personal trainer, girl, I help you keep that thing tight. The way I push it make you wanna keep me for life. So exotic, baby, it's your body, baby. Girl, got my face until vibrations come from your thighs. Now make it clap all on my dick, enjoy your sex prize. That booty me, girl, it's so thick, I love it supersized. So exotic, baby, it's your body, baby. So yeah. In your ear, make you quiver, got you gasping out for air. Give you goosebumps and chills all down your spine. When I'm inside, make it last all night. Speaking to me clearly. I know what to do. Let me move to all your emotions, girl. Wanna be lost in you. Feel the warmth of all your curves on my skin, naked fucking you.
Welcome to our music family.
There go your fade out.
Yeah, there's your.
There was so much more I could hear with the fade out, like
Yep.
of that guitar, because
There's
I
your fade
couldn't
out.
hear those extra notes
Yeah.
because they was buried beneath everything.
There was a tag on the beginning of this, right? So this is definitely
real trap
Yeah.
shit.
okay.
That was clearly a very sexual song. Yeah, and that was the point of the record.
Yeah.
And he did say that, didn't he?
Yeah.
In that angelic voice tone.
What did he say?
You read it.
I can't read. The whole chat knows this.
That's you. That's on you then. That's your personal problem.
This is not a family show.
You're not finna fucking clip me and then clip me reading that shit. And
Did you hear what he said? I got the proof.
on YouTube Shorts.
we would make the clip sound cool.
Clearly sexual.
You're not noted in the archive.
Hey man, come on now. Then goddamn, I don't know what your other boy, Nam, Seven, Nim, whatever the fuck he said. He said I need to. There you go. He back again with the bullshit. If you don't get your goddamn fucking 10 a.m. open mic on a Wednesday, face ass about the chat right now, you're fucking living in your grandma basement playing Call of Duty Black Ops 4, no DLC having ass the fuck up out of here. Get your ass up out the chat talking shit about me.
See, and this is the wilding out.
If you don't get your goddamn
This is what you wanted, right?
Casanat tier 3 sub having ass the fuck up out of here, bruh. On me right now trying to get on me, bruh. What is you doing, man? What kind of show is this?
What kind of show is this? Whiskey Waze said 10 to 14K was high, and that was my same note. So there you go.
Oh, yeah, we were supposed to talk about the song.
Oh yeah.
Why he trying to go in with you?
He trying to go back to back. Talking about retired to the bit. Come on with this, man. Come on with this shit, man. Come on with this shit. You probably built like a Vin Diesel. You probably built like a goddamn semi truck. Sitting over here trying to type. Look at you. You probably typing some shit out right now. You already had it pre-saved in your clip. Trying to post some shit now to say to me. You know it's a delay. You know I can't even get to the shit as fast as you said it.
Vin,
You over here trying to
Vin
roast.
Diesel, I consider him black. He was.
I
think
feel
he
like
was
we drafted him. Yeah.
Oh, who did we trade? Who did we trade for that one?
No, he was drafted. It was no trade.
Yeah, who did we trade?
There was no trade. He was drafted.
Because we traded. We drafted him and Paul Walker that same year. We got them both.
Paul Walker just slipped to the 7th round. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, nah. I don't know what it was, but yeah, they decided early. They was like, Vin, give me Vin, give me Paul. It might have been Tyrese. It might have been Tyrese that got.
I think we had Vin before Tyrese switched.
Well, we talking about 2001 Tyrese, right? Talking about like whenever the movie came out, Tyrese.
Which movie? The first.
The first
Tyrese
Fast
was
and
making
Furious.
some nice R&B then.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
That Tyrese.
so he was still on a team. He's.
Oh, do you think you saying Tyrese got traded?
I think he got traded after. Tyrese got traded.
I don't think. I think Tyrese's contributions to R&B.
I think Tyrese got.
I never
traded.
saw that. That's a thing.
Maybe we traded him for the guy who did all the Old Spice commercials. What's his name?
Yes. Yeah.
The bald dude.
Yeah.
Tom. What's his name? Cruz. Terry Crews.
But that's two black people. You can't trade a black person for a black person.
Yeah, you can. Terry Crews. Terry Crews don't have that card.
He said we traded two blacks and we got a 4th round draft white.
We traded back.
We got $200K.
We traded back for 2 picks.
We got $200K in the 7th draft class.
right.
That's how we ended up with the news reporter that be doing all them dances from Nashville.
Oh man, yeah, I know who you're
Or
talking
from
about.
Charlotte. Yeah. That's how we ended up with
We
him.
picked him up in the 15.
Yeah, we got him. The 2026 draft pick. Tyrese and Terry Crews. Man, come on.
You can't trade a black
Hey
dude.
man, you gotta stop quoting me, man. I'm trying to open up and be on the moment right now.
My man Dick said big yikes instead of pause.
Big yikes.
Big yikes.
Love it.
Come on, man. Yeah. He trying to clip everything I said. 1800s bartering system. Yeah, man.
All right.
Wednesday.
I didn't even talk about this man's song. It's clearly sexual. It's angelic voice tone. The fucking air at the top of the vocal. People were saying it was too bright, but I mean, I don't know if I hear like joints like that come out on albums, but I definitely hear joints like that like in sessions, like for A&Rs and stuff when songs are getting shopped. Like that's how they sound in the room before they come out. So
it's a good that airiness is really nice. I feel
It's
like
lovely.
It's a borderline. It can be piercing, and so it's just like finding that sweet spot where it's like, ooh, that's very airy versus that's very piercing. And I think that's part of that.
No,
mix.
that's preference. Like it's
Yeah.
really up to you. It's your record. So like,
Yeah.
I know. I remember like a lot of records that I heard producers doing with what's the guy he worked with Futuristic. He got a voice kind of similar to that. I can't think of the goddamn name now, but it's a guy has that same type of voice tone, and his mixes are like that a lot.
Yeah, really airy.
Really clean, really airy in that space, and it just that space for all of that activity is wide open. And then the beat is still loud as shit. Like, who mixed that? Like, who mastered and mixed that? Because that sounded great.
Yeah, I don't think it was mastered. I think it was just. I think at
It's
the
just
end
loud.
at the end of every chain on everything,
It just has a limiter.
Yeah, he just pressed it up. You know, or maybe on the master he just put a limiter and just brought it up to the max at 0.01 and just brought everything up.
And it's that context to everything else we've been playing in this room, so it
But-
might be different if I hear it in my car or something.
For sure.
Shouts out to
Yeah.
Ryan Murphy. I'm about to follow him on Instagram because I haven't followed him, but I've been playing his music and never been able to tag him when I play it. So let me-
Got a whole show to support artists. Then finally start supporting the artists.
I support a lot
And
of them.
don't even follow this man. And
But
engage with this
see,
man
he never followed
on
me.
social media.
He never followed me, so he must have thought I wasn't shit.
He said, "I'm the follow.
Yeah, Ryan Murph music.
I don't follow you. You follow me."
I don't know. Oh
I'm
man,
the follow.
look, he wearing a fedora.
He got the Budweiser commercial hat.
Why he? Ryan, why you wearing a fedora, bro? This nigga, he's Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Wait, what year is that?
No, that's
That this
this
year?
No, that's this year. That's 100%
Bro, I
this
swear,
year.
every nigga that make good music got a video with that hat on.
Nah, they got the poetry one.
That's a
Let me
different
stop,
thing.
let me stop.
That's a different thing.
Look, he got a beard and the
You guys are
fedora
gonna
on.
do this on.
And the glasses is
I mean,
reflective.
his music is good. It's like ain't nothing else we can really say about it. So we just gotta.
Now we're doing picture reviews. We're gonna do IG reviews.
Nah, we not doing that.
It looked like it looked like he's singing in a TLM microphone though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. With this guy with this mega top hat fade. That's a wig. Nobody
We're not
got a
doing
top.
this.
Nobody got a
doing
top fade like that.
See,
Bro.
you gotta try to pull the
Look
phone
who's
closer to my
look
face.
who's in the chat. Look who's entered the chat.
Who? Oh, I'm
Marquise.
Marquise. Hey, what up?
Marquise is in here.
Yeah.
Oh snap.
Yeah, I was just with him yesterday. So shouts out to the homie I'm Marquise. I'm back. I ain't even hit him up, tell him I was back.
That's
But,
crazy.
Yeah.
I play Marquise stuff.
Really?
In my sets, yeah.
I manage him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, would you look at that?
Yeah. So shouts out to Amar. You talking about Budweiser fedora.
I need the pack then. I need the new pack.
Keys, you're looking good, man. Yeah, I was watching John's. You're looking healthy.
Oh yeah, I put him on the Instagram and I was
Yeah.
like, nobody knows what he looks like. So
I know what he looks like, but he's looking put together. So I'm glad to see it.
yeah. Shouts out to Ryan Murph. I did not think he looked like this.
Here you go with it.
Here we
No,
go.
I really
That's Wednesday, folks.
like. I really did not think he looked like this. Without the hat.
What's going on? They can't see. Only us.
Right,
on the
it's
couch can
completely
see.
out of context.
See, I'm telling y'all, go look up Ryan Murph
This
on
is
Instagram.
two dudes
This is
reviewing a dude.
5 feet apart. So it ain't gay.
Hey, hey, I don't know. Ryan Murph, he got the fedora on with the Smokey the
I
Bear.
don't like this voice tone he using. I'm finna walk
Dick
away
gotta
after
be
that.
big.
I'm glad I walked out the frame for that. 'Cause they was gonna clip me. They was gonna clip me for that too.
Cue with the eyes.
They was gonna clip me for that.
Dudes reviewing dudes for dudes.
This is Dude Couch with Devastator.
Autismo was gonna quote me listening to you saying that shit. Dev 2023. I could tell by the tone of voice he was gonna say something that I didn't need to be on camera for. I just knew it.
Guys,
Oh, thanks for hanging out.
yeah, we do this every Wednesday, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button or whatever you got to do. We're on YouTube. I saw somebody asked if this will be up later. It's on YouTube right when we end the stream. Follow us on YouTube at All My Homies, or you can follow us at ConsultQnA on YouTube, and this stream will be live on either of those channels, so you can go in there and you can clip everything. We don't post the video on Twitch just because Twitch has a whole bunch of DMCA stuff that's separate from YouTube and how YouTube acts with it. So we don't post it on Twitch, but you can follow us on YouTube at ConsultQnA or at All My Homies. It's on both channels, streaming live on YouTube, so you can do that. You can follow us on Instagram at ConsultQnA. You can follow us at all links that's posted in the chat room, Linktree, ConsultQnA.
Yep. Join
You can
the
find
Discord.
that. Join our Discord. We're in there hanging out. Again, about GoNack. If you go to gonack.io, upload your first song, post it in the Discord. In the GoNack tab, we'll give you a free code to monetize, and you can start making money off of your song. If you have any questions about anything, join us in our Discord. And, yeah, shouts out to Devastator. Devastator, one more time before you go, let them know who you are, where they can follow you, and all of that good stuff.
Follow me here on all the socials. That is my name. Thanks for hanging. What did you ask me to do?
Tell them about yourself before, because they're going, why the fuck I'm going to follow this guy with this. It looks like you have a Knicks hat on, but it's not Knicks.
No, it's not Knicks.
Yeah, it looks almost like a Knicks logo in the video.
Yeah, so I'm a producer, DJ. I work on Wild 'N Out. I work with Nick Cannon. I did a remix for Ariana Grande, remix for Beyonce. I do a lot of club stuff, DJ, producer, DJ edit stuff. And one thing I wanted to say, too, as a DJ, I just finally figured out how to teach other people how to DJ. So if you're looking to learn how to DJ as a hobby for fun, or maybe you want to take it serious and be a professional, I'm going to be dropping a course soon, teaching you guys how to DJ. That's why I thought it was pretty cool that
I saw you post that. Yeah.
Yeah. I just kind of found a platform that I feel comfortable using to share that information. So I'm going to be putting all of my years of experience into a course and hopefully teaching some folks how to get into the game.
So what's the topic of the first lesson?
Music.
Love it.
Okay.
Find the music you love and playlist it, and then figure out how to get it into your whatever setup you use.
That is definitely the first step.
Yeah,
I don't even
music
think of
is first.
because usually people come to me, teach me how to DJ. I'm like, all right, beat match, and it's like, but I don't have music to beat match.
Right.
Just
No.
shuts it off.
Yeah.
Music just stares at
Thanks for the follows too, by the way. I see y'all posted in the follows. I don't have my phone out, but when I get to it, thanks for the follows. I'm gonna consider following y'all back.
So the Warrior. And so Amp said the Warriors is winning if anyone cares.
Don't talk about Am's grammar, okay?
I didn't say that. Why'd you say it?
Am's grammar is fine.
But you said that.
Am seems to be
I
a
would just say
notably positive person. Let's keep it that way. Hey, don't fucking clip me saying that. You heard it. We all heard me saying that.
Nick's quote's going to be, don't fucking clip me saying that.
Fades for everyone. See, now you got me faded.
I've been trying to fade Amp for
Now I'm faded.
a long time now.
On the list.
He is
Man,
on
now
my
I'm
list.
finna catch them Uber
Hey,
hands,
bro.
because of some shit you said.
Clips exist forever.
We don't post a video for anybody to clip unless they clipping.
Clipping.
Yeah, you know.
Oh.
But again, all right, we out of here. We're way past our time. Shouts out to Devastator for hanging out.
Thanks for having me, man. This has been great, man.
Yeah, man.
It's been fun.
Thanks for coming through. We only got to like 6 songs today, but that's cool.
That's all we needed.
Well,
It's clearly all we could do. It's clearly all we could manage.
All right.
There was a lot of good things dropped today, though.
Yeah.
Today was good.
You know,
I enjoyed that.
do you DJ bar mitzvahs because I'm white and I need?
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that because I know where that's coming from. And I don't know what they're going to do with that.
You got something to play us out with?
I can. Always. Always got something. And this has been one of my favorites for the weekend, so I'm gonna definitely play this one right here. It's I forgot. Wow. Let me pull it up because I don't remember who made it. But shouts out to my man C6 or C6 House Remix. This is a Fuji's mix of Fuji La, and it's he says it's reggaeton, but for me it's Afro beats. But reggaeton comes from Africa. But we won't get into that.
Let's talk about it.
We
On
won't
the
get
next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Won't get into that. Will we? Like, all right.
Let's go.
Hey, let's play this right here because this is fire.
That's the conversation we needed to be having in this bitch. With me on the couch, that's what we needed to be talking
Oh, my
about.
God. All right. let's get into it. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. We do this every Wednesday. Again, follow us on all social media, and we'll see you later.
See you later.
Sushi, sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi, these and sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi, these and sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi, these and sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi, these and sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sound seven, sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sound seven.
I sit 90 degrees underneath palm trees, smoking BTs as I burn my calories. Brooklyn rooftops become Brooklyn TPs. Who that be? Enemies wanna see the death of me. From Hawaii to Hawthorne, I run marathons like Ujuwatan. I'm a true champion like Farrakhan reads the league Quran. It's a phenomenon, lyrics that's like Ramadan. What's going on? Oh, we're getting come, you know what we're soon done. Gun by my side just in case I gotta run. A boy on the side of Babylon trying to front like you're down with Mount Zion. What's going on? Oh, we're getting come, you know what we're soon done. Gun by my side just in case I gotta run. A boy on the side of Babylon trying to front like you're down with Mount Zion.
Sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi, these and sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating sushi, bami in my Mitsubishi, eating